Well, what the fuck up, Zeus?
Evil lad, grab your beer. The Pfeiffer's back, the crew is here. From the decks of the DDD 991, stories of sailors, trouble and fun. Crack that bottle, sound that bell. We've got details you know too well. Raise your glass, let the waves roll wide. The Pfeiffer's crew's got nothing to hide.
Pfeiffer's arriving. Welcome to the Pfeiffer's DD991 podcast. I'm Rocky, there's Gilly, Thumper Actual, and Mick. And today is episode 124, and we're going to talk about whatever we want, which could be very interesting. Who would like to begin?
Well, I do believe
Upper.
Gilly had a question.
Thumper, go ahead.
Yeah, I got you. So, all right. So, naval history, right?
Uh-huh.
Which branch is actually older between these two? The Coast Guard or the Navy? For continuous service.
Probably the Coast Guard because it was the coast.
Yeah, we didn't have a Navy right away, so yeah.
We
I'd
didn't have a
probably
Navy
to-
until the Army came first and then the Navy.
We actually had a Continental Navy. Yes, we did.
Yeah, but they say the Continental Navy became the U.S. Navy because they took whatever they did and it just transferred into the United States Navy. So I would say it's probably the Coast Guard.
So,
Yeah.
I could be wrong, though.
You're partially right. So, the Coast Guard is the oldest in the nation. Okay, oldest armed forces in the nation is the Coast Guard.
Huh, okay.
Okay. It was set up by President Washington. Let me pull it up real quick because I want to make sure I say it correctly. So, the Coast Guard, it was established on August 4th, 1790, as the Revenue Cutter Service by President Washington to enforce tariffs, making it the nation's oldest military service, which means older than the Army.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That
Now,
tracks.
the Navy was established, do you remember in what year?
Oh, this.
I want to say 1775. It's 250 years now.
That's what we just celebrated, right?
Yeah, October 13th.
So the
Something like
U.S.
that.
Navy actually wasn't established until 1798.
That's right, because it was the Continental Navy.
There was an 8-year gap between the Continental Navy and the U.S. Navy. So at that time, there was no ships that were armed enforcing laws on the ocean except for the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
So there was an 8-year gap between the Continental Navy and the U.S. Navy. So for 8 years, our country did not have a navy at all.
Okay. So who went over and fought the Barbary pirates then?
That would have been more than likely. I think that was the
Continental.
Coast Guard.
Okay.
Yeah, because they
Okay.
were the only ones that were armed on our waters. So the Continental Navy, I mean, it has roots in the Continental Navy. The Navy does, but the Coast Guard's predecessor was the only armed maritime force for nearly a decade
Okay.
after the Continental Navy was broken up. So the Coast Guard, though, officially, the name of the Coast Guard was adopted in 1915. But its role and mission never changed from the beginning of the cutter service to what the Coast Guard is now. Because they still handle trade and enforcement of tariffs and all that stuff. Because smuggling and all that, right? So the Coast Guard is actually the oldest military service in our country. And we
But
just
back
supposedly,
then the Coast Guard had proper warships that were on par with the Navy's.
yeah.
It would be
And-
like if the Coast Guard today had Ticonderogas.
And one of the questions that Gilly and we were talking last night about this, one of the questions he said was, well, what happened with the Marines when there wasn't a Navy? What did they do? Because the Marines, they just celebrated their 250th anniversary.
They probably hung with the Coast Guard, I would guess.
That's what I figured.
I mean, that's the only thing that would make any sense.
But the problem is the Marines technically are the Department of the Navy, so they wouldn't have been the Department of the Navy back then. And the Department of the Navy didn't actually start until the U.S. Navy was established in 1798.
But the Department of the Navy is sort of a government compartmentalization of the armed forces. When did the actual Department of the Navy as an entity start?
1798.
1798, when it was the
Did it?
Department of the Navy.
Okay.
That's when the U.S. Navy was formed. So the Marines technically were not owned by the Navy before that point.
They must have been rolling with the coasties then.
They had to have been.
Had to have. Yeah, there's no other place to get them around. No other way to get them around.
I mean, their roots trace back to the Continental Navy, but then the Continental Navy disappeared for 8 years.
Right.
So now you got a bunch of fucking Marines sitting around doing what? You
Right.
know? And like, did they actually go on the Coast Guard cutters and stuff? And that's what I'm curious about. And I haven't done the research on that yet. I had kind of a busy night, but you know, it was kind of a weird fact that we kind of ran into because they just had the celebration of, you know, the 250th anniversary of the Army, 250th anniversary of the Navy. It really isn't. Gilly did the math. It was like 227 years in the Navy for the Navy. So it's like, well, we just celebrated 250 years and it's not even correct. It's 227 or some shit.
Close enough.
Well, if that's the case, then I was the class of 121 for chief, right? Like I was the 121 cycle for making chief. What would that actually be? I don't know the number, but it's 27 years? How
Huh?
many years? How many years is it?
For the Navy, 227.
Yeah. So
All right, I'm gonna get
Man.
off it, buddy. Okay.
that would be,
I'll see you on Thursday. Okay.
I don't know. I'd be like cycle 100 and something still,
All right, bye.
but you know, that's an interesting fact of history. That's you know,
Yeah.
if you're really being technical, which you have to be, right? That's the correct number. But I think they just adopt it because they don't want to talk about all the complicated stuff.
But I mean,
Well-
for 8 years, we did not have a Navy.
That's crazy.
And that's the thing is like we trace our roots, right? We're proud of how long we've been around, but it's kind of a lie. Because we just had Trump on the fucking aircraft carrier watching flybys and shooting missiles and everything, celebrating the 250th anniversary of the Navy, and it's not the 250th anniversary. Ours comes in, you know, like it's not 250. Like we have to wait.
Well, that's crazy because then if you think of the Continental Army, because I think they were the Continental Army, right?
Yeah, well, they started out as like Minutemen, and they kind of just got thrown together, and
Yep.
like, you know, it was a Continental Army.
So
Yes,
technically,
you're
the
correct.
Marine Corps would be older than the United States Navy, right?
If they stayed in service and they worked on the Coast Guard cutters, yes.
Yes. But if they did not, then no.
If they took an 8-year break, which I don't know if they
I
did,
don't
because like
think
I said,
anybody took a break.
I didn't have time to research that last night, but
That's
that would make
interesting, yeah.
every service, except for the Air Force, obviously, because that was born out of the Army in Korea.
Sure. U.S. Army Air
Um,
Corps.
But every service but the Air Force older than the Navy. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, but the Space Force.
Oh, and the Space Force. Yes, you're correct. But
to
National
fight
Guard,
space
they're
ice.
National Guard, and actually, if you look at post office, postal service actually goes off of the same thing as a Minuteman for National Guard. They're like lumped into that. It's kind of weird. So, yeah.
Because that would have been your state militias back in the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
If we would have had truly had states. Like, I mean, we did, we had colonies. That's was the National Guard back then.
Yeah, you had your area militias, so like your colony militias, and they just kept the colony militias as National Guard. Once we had a nation, they just renamed it as a National Guard, but it's the same thing because they're still considered a militia. They swear they're like when they take their oath of service, it's actually to the governor of the state, first. So they're technically a militia, and that's why when there's and we've talked about this, when there's riots and stuff like that, they call the National Guard in because they're allowed to turn weapons on their own citizens. Whereas a federal service has to have certain things put in place by the president and Congress in order for them to turn their weapons on their own citizens. They can't just go and quell a riot, but without, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's legal precedence there that has to be met before they can even do that. But the National Guard does not have legal like you don't have to do certain things.
You just need the governor's approval. Say, hey, go kill this now. That's it.
Yep. And that's always been that way for the National Guard. And that they were originally designed to help protect each colony. And then as the country grew and we had states, then they were in charge of protecting those states from other, from Indians and everything else, because once you got the U.S. Army, then the U.S. Army went after, Indians and stuff like that and Indian territory, but you still had your Guard, National Guard doing that as well. And during the Civil War, you hear all the time, it wasn't just army units, it was militia as well. They had their own, Iowa, infantry unit 2 or whatever. They had their own infantry and, artillery and cavalry and all that. And a lot of those fought too. So they were all involved. But yeah, the Coast Guard is older than the U.S. Navy, and the U.S. Navy is not as old as we thought it was. Just did a little, because Gilly and I did a little deep dive. We were talking about it yesterday, and I had there was something that kind of triggered in my head, and I'm like, I don't remember the answer to that, but I know there was something crazy about it. And then when I looked it up, it reminded me, and I was like, oh yeah, that.
I was thinking 1800s, right? Okay, fine, 1800s. I was never thinking 1790s. Never.
Yep, 1790. Yeah. It's kind of crazy, and like they we're back to that right now with tariffs and stuff. But that was their main mission at first, was to protect the shoreline and enforce tariffs and trade, which is pretty cool. And now their main mission is kind of that, but it's multifaceted because they were switched over to the Homeland, instead of Department of Transportation, which they eventually became, they got switched to Homeland Security to give them broader protection and powers after 9/11. I think what I say 2003 is when they moved them to Homeland Security from Department of Transportation, because they were Department of Transportation and they were enforcing life jackets and maritime safety stuff. And then once they got moved to Homeland Security, then they took on the GWAT side of it as well, and it gave them more protection and authority. So in 2003, the Coast Guard was moved from the Department of Transportation to Homeland Security, which is kind of cool. So, we give them shit. I would never, and like Gilly said, he would never admit that to the Coast Guard, that they're older than us. But it's unfortunately true.
You remember the movie The Guardian? Remember that one?
Yeah.
Kevin Costner?
Yep. They learned that shit from the Navy.
They fucking talked about that in that movie.
The roots of the air rescue swimmer is from the Navy. The Navy taught them how to do that, and then they just kind of ran with it, and they claim they perfected it. But I don't know how much you can perfect jumping out of a helicopter into the water.
No, but I'm saying there was a line in there saying we are the oldest continuous service Coast Guard did
Oh yeah,
versus the
yeah,
Navy.
there is. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
And I love that movie, but I always thought that line was full of shit, right? Nope.
So
That
many
line's,
semantics. So many semantics.
that line's
Yeah. So-
correct.
So, did you rewatch that movie and that made you guys search out the question?
No.
No, we were just bullshitting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just bullshit.
Because I'd be like, hey, man, I watched this movie and they said this. What do you think? Let's check it out, you know?
No, we were
This,
just bullshitting.
This whole conversation reminds me of that meme where the nerd is going, actually.
Well, and you know, and that's the thing is like if there wasn't a break between the Continental Navy and the U.S. Navy, then I say we could claim it. But an 8-year break is a big break.
Yeah, it is.
I
It's
mean-
almost a decade, man. It's almost 10
Yeah.
years. So
Yeah.
That's
there is reason to say that's a huge break. Unless there was like some letter of marquee thing going on.
no.
But I don't think that would actually count because that was anti-piracy stuff. But I think the piracy stuff got really bad by the time the War
Or
of 1812
pro-piracy, depending on how you
because
look
that's
at
what
it.
was.
Well, the thing
What?
is
Well, so the letter marquee was also pro-piracy, depending on how you looked at it.
Yeah, it was like, hey, I want you to be a pirate and go pirate these people. You know?
well, if you think
Well,
about
we're
it,
also
though,
pirates.
the Coast
Yes,
Guard
yes.
the Coast Guard continued that they were doing the anti-piracy and stuff because they were enforcing maritime law and tariffs and trade.
No.
So they were actually doing that the whole time we didn't have a navy.
So they were actually protecting commerce like the Navy has done for all these years after the Navy became established.
Yeah.
So they did it first.
Yeah.
So I would say they need some respect for that because, you know, they helped lead
Well,
the
I
way
mean-
in that. That's, you know
Don't
what
say
I mean?
that too loud. Don't say that
Well,
too loud.
it makes sense though, because you think after we just got done fighting a huge 4 or 5 year war, right? What are we going to do? Itch for another fight? No. We're going to take all of our ships. We're going to repurpose them to defend the coast and make sure everything's good. Make sure nobody invades while we deal with our shit.
Okay, Mick, you're
making
making
it
too much sense. Let's be quiet now. I'm just playing.
But seriously,
You ever watch the Family Guy? We're like, hey man, you're doing too many numbers. We're not supposed to think like that. It's like in the first episode. It's like, wait, you're making too much sense here.
I'm just connecting the dots, my man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. Those are good dots to connect, though.
No, but
Lay down.
seriously though, I mean, I'm trying to ratify a new government here and keep a whole bunch of colonies from fucking fighting each other and forging a nation. First thing I'm thinking of is external threats. Take all of our galleons, park them off the coast, tell anyone who isn't trading to fuck off.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes complete sense.
Yeah, it was just one of those things that Gilly and I started talking, and then I'm like, triggered something in my head. And I'm like, I remember something, but I don't remember the whole thing. So then I did a little research while we were talking, and I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like, now I remember, because I remember hearing about this break in service and stuff that nobody ever talks about.
Uh-huh.
You know,
So does that mean
we
the
say-
USS Constitution would have been a Coast Guard vessel for a time?
Maybe,
Well,
possibly.
Could
when
be.
actually, hang on.
Because
This is something we need to bring to the White
the
House.
Constitution was Continental Navy, so it went back.
It
Hey,
probably
we need.
no. Actually, it was launched. It was launched 1 year before the U.S. Navy came back. So it was launched in 1797.
The
The
Constitution?
Coasties?
The Constitution.
Oh, okay.
It's the world's oldest commissioned warship, still afloat, launched in 1797 as one of the U.S. Navy's original 6 heavy frigates.
Okay, all right.
So it was actually they knew they were making the Navy. They were building the Navy. They were building the ships for the Navy, which makes sense. You're going to build the ships before you make the Navy, right?
Well, yeah,
You got to have ships if you got a Navy.
gotta have boats.
So it was
Otherwise, it
designed
doesn't
by,
really work.
right? It was designed by Joshua Humphreys. She was built to be larger and more heavily armed than standard frigates, and famously earned her nickname during the War of 1812. Yeah. Launched
You know,
October 21st, 1797 in Boston, Massachusetts.
You know,
you
it's
know
the
what's
only Canadian
crazy?
ship that we have right now that has a kill on a capital warship. No, it is. It's the only
Yeah.
ship in our current fleet with a kill.
I know. That's what's awesome.
You know what's weird is like when I was going to college a while back, I did something on the War of 1812, and I never found anything on the Coast Guard or the Navy about that stuff right before that.
I know.
It's a weird secret that they don't want anyone to know because it takes away the pride of service or something like that.
Well,
I think
she
it's
was,
kind of funny the shitty decision making on the part of the British to start another war after we had a navy.
yeah,
Yes,
Would you
Yeah,
think they
right.
try to get that shit done before we had a navy?
yeah. You had
Have you
8
guys
years.
ever seen that? Have you guys ever seen that South Park episode where the British Navy is going to go attack
Go
us?
back
and they're
even
in the-
further. No. British ships. What?
Yeah, they got the ships. They're wearing the ship from the 1700s, and it's like you guys are going to fucking lose. It's
So
like,
she
we got
was-
no bullets.
Old Ironsides was in the Quasi War and Barbary Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was
Yeah.
in that, and then yeah, it's crazy because she was gonna get scrapped in 1833. She was saved because of a poem, so she didn't get scrapped. And then again, she was gonna get scrapped in 1905, and then she got saved, and now she's on display for ceremonies and training. So
Now she's fucking
Um,
royalty.
I know, and the wood that they use for that comes from a dedicated forest in Indiana.
Yeah.
It's the only
oak
place
trees.
they can pull. It's the only place they can pull the wood from for that ship.
Was it like 250 acres of oaks? I think it was.
I think it's more than that, actually.
It's
Is
a
it oak or-
huge
is
fucking
it oak?
forest.
it's oak or is it teak?
White oak.
It's white oak.
Okay,
Yeah.
because
Yeah, it's
I know a lot of the battleships. Like there's a battleship in Long Beach that I went to back in
And the decks.
2014. Which one is it?
No, no, I was saying the decker. You're
I
talking about
think
the
it's
deck.
I want to say it's the Iowa. I
They all
don't
have
know.
teakwood. All the Iowas had teakwood deck.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, those ships, dude, the teakwood deck. They still had the teakwood deck when I went on there in 2014, dude.
Yeah.
Beautiful. We got like a tour, and they were like, they took us down to where this bad incident happened. They said, "Here's what happened." They said some people were doing ordnance moves, and something went off, and a dude got hit by some kind of projectile and taken through a wall or something like that.
Well, they
It was
wouldn't do a
pretty bad.
teakwood forest because teakwood is a East Asian tree.
Yeah, but they had teakwood on the battleships,
They did. Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I
I
just
actually
thought
got
it
a
was
teakwood cutting board that I made for the wife. The shit is fucking hard.
Yeah, they aren't allowed to use any other wood but from this forest in Indiana.
Oh.
For Old Ironsides.
that's interesting right there.
Yeah. So she was launched 1 year before the United States Navy was actually
Which
officially
tracks.
announced.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's pretty cool. Like that was the little rabbit hole Gilly and I went down yesterday, just a little one. And
Well, given how few trees they would need to repair over the years, man, those oaks in that forest have got to be enormous by now.
oh yeah. Yeah, I want to see how let me see. I don't remember how big that is. Let's see here. How large?
Hang on.
That's interesting history right there. Well, anyways, kids, I'm just playing. You're gonna learn something maybe today. Even if we learned something also.
Okay, here it is.
Okay.
What Mick said he thought it was 250 acres?
Yeah. Something like
Okay.
that.
It's actually 50,000 acres.
50,000 acres. That's like 50,000 football fields, bro. That's
The
big.
U.S. Navy maintains over 50,000 acres of white oak forest at Naval Support Activity Crane in Indiana, known as Constitution Grove, specifically to provide timber for repairs to the USS Constitution. This forest provides centuries of future oak supply for the historic ship, with thousands of massive, high-quality trees grown and managed for this singular ongoing purpose. So it says approximately 50,000 plus acres or 53,000 acres in some sources. It purpose is to grow massive 150 plus year old white oak trees for replacing timbers on the USS Constitution. So the actual place that has the white oak for the USS Constitution is 50,000 acres of white oak.
Oh, talking about that place in Indiana?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Naval Support Activity Crane in Crane, Indiana.
Yep.
The most recent, recent use during a 2015-2017 restoration, they took 35 trees harvested from the grove to create a new whole plank, or new whole planks. So, yeah, I think Mick thought they only had about 250 acres. It's actually 50,000 acres of trees.
Wow. That's huge, man. When you think
Yeah.
about an acre is a football field, basically.
Close, yeah.
I
Close.
wonder if an acre is equivalent to a stadia from like the ancient times, like the Romans.
Well, an acre is 400 foot by something.
Hey, Mick,
Something like that. Yeah.
it's actually 50,000 acres
What?
of trees. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
50,000?
Yep. And they
Yeah.
grow them to be 150 plus year old white oaks so they can use them for the timbers. Use the
Holy
timbers from it.
Crap.
Yep.
Dude, how
50,000.
long did they think that ship was going to last?
Oh, they're
Well,
going to make
apparently-
that thing last until the end of the
50,000
world.
acres,
most
bro.
likely.
You could build an entire fleet with that.
They during a
Which I'm sure was the idea.
During a 2015-2017 restoration, they used 35 trees to create new whole planks.
Okay.
So they cut 35 trees down just to do the whole planks, but it's 50,000 acres of hard, solid white oak, trees, which is huge. And some sources say that it's 53,000 acres.
Wow.
So it's 50 to 53,000. We don't have an exact, number, but it's operated by the Navy and maintained by the Navy.
An acre standard rectangle is 66 by 660 feet.
Okay.
So a little bit less than a football field.
Yep. Isn't that crazy? That's a
Yeah.
lot. That's a lot of acres and a lot of trees.
Especially since they've been growing for so long, dude. Like I said before, those things must be enormous by now.
Yeah. Well, you figure 150 years or more,
Yeah.
on a
Like,
lot
those
of
things
it.
have got to be, 4 feet at the trunk.
Yep. And it's only to be used for that shit.
But they do manage it pretty well, though. So, because they still got to cut out the dead trees and all that.
Sure. Yeah, they don't want to fucking catching fire like in California.
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't think, in all honesty, I don't think that those trees are gonna catch like the trees in California because they get more rain in Indiana than they do in California.
Oh,
Yeah,
pretty
but
much,
it's but if you don't manage the forest right, it can still
Still,
catch a fire.
enough
That's the
underbrush,
thing.
it won't matter.
Oh, the underbrush, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Boy.
So we went from how old the Navy is and what's the oldest branch to the USS Constitution and how they repair it.
Well, it was a natural flow of the conversation. It seamlessly went from one topic to the next.
Yep.
It's not like we all of a sudden started talking about ventriloquism.
Well, we've been known to do shit like that.
Oh, I know.
Right.
Oh, we're a little bipolar up in here.
Yeah, we've kind of bounced around and
Mhm.
done all
Speaking of
kinds of
bouncing
stuff.
around, where the fuck's Rocky?
He's bouncing around.
Yeah.
Like a ping pong ball. Boy, baby.
Oh man.
Yeah, I got my son coming home tonight from Arizona.
Oh yeah?
He's going to be with us for about 2 weeks, so that's cool.
Hey, how are you doing out there with those storms? The flooding. Are you good?
Not a
'Cause I
thing,
know-
man. The slough isn't. I drive across the slough on the trestle every day. It's not even high.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. Down by the lake, water level's fine, slough's fine. Like it's It's really screwed up in Skagit County above us, and it's really screwed up down near Renton, Tukwila below us. But nothing.
I know I saw Snoqualmie Falls and I was like, holy shit, I've never seen it that bad.
Yeah,
And
Snoqualmie Falls is freaking gushing.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, damn.
No, we've had pretty heavy rain too. I mean, we had last 2 days we've had high winds. It's been yellow and red light out on the flight line, and we had some pretty good downpours, a day or two ago. So I mean, we've been getting the rain and the wind and everything, but no flooding of any kind.
Well, that's good because I know some of the state there is just devastated.
Yeah. Of course, it doesn't hurt that I live on a hill, like a big
Well,
hill. So
Yeah.
even if the lowland were to get fucking flooded, up here it would not.
Yeah, nice. Nice. Yeah, I was wondering how the Snoqualmie River was doing, or Snohomish River, because that used to run behind my house, right behind my house in Snohomish there.
Well, Highway 2 is closed at milepost 50 because it washed out the road.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean 2 goes right through Snohomish, so
Yeah. Highway 2 is through Snohomish is fine. It's when you get past that, when you start getting past Monroe, that it's really screwed up. So even east of us is getting the business, but again, not us. So
well, that's good that you don't have to deal with it.
nope.
I know my buddy that does the long haul trucking for Boeing and stuff. He said one of the spots he has to go to out there is pretty nasty.
Yeah, there's 6 miles of 167 that are shut down because it's completely flooded.
He also said when he was on, I think he said he was on 90 in Idaho. There's a small little river that normally runs alongside it.
Yeah.
He said that thing's just gushing like crazy in Idaho too.
Oh, really? All the way over there?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I hear about that.
And he was in Montana yesterday and they shut down the interstate because of the high winds. They had really high winds and it was tipping over semis.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had around here we've had high winds to the point where if you want a free Christmas wreath, all you gotta do is just pick it up off the ground from all the evergreens snapping branches and shit.
Right? He's trying to hurry up and get there and get unloaded because of your guys' shutdown for the holidays. Because if he doesn't get there, he doesn't get unloaded. And that means he has to stay there until you guys come back, which is like on the 3rd, he said.
Yep.
So he would miss Christmas at home and New Year's at home, and he would have to sit out there and sit there with his load, and it would cost him so much money. So he's trying to get there by tomorrow.
We go on break next Wednesday, so he'd better boogie.
Yeah, he's going to be there by tomorrow, he said.
Mhm. So,
but he has to also pick up a load. He said it's in the mountains somewhere. He didn't even know where he had to actually go. And he's got to pick up a load to bring back here for to Arconic for wing material or something. I don't know. He's doing all kinds of stuff to try to get some two-way trips to make more money,
Sure, yeah, we're gonna maximize every mile, yeah.
Yeah, he gets stuck all the time, and it's just like that dude has had a rough month and a half because all of his stuff got, I don't know, he just got screwed. So he's definitely trying to get that done before you guys go on vacation.
Yeah.
There's some oversized loads that didn't make it out of here in time, he doesn't think, to get to you guys before your guys' shutdown because of the interstate being shut down here. There is a stretch between here and Iowa City that there was like a ton of cars in accidents and it shut down the entire interstate. They cleared it up. It took hours and hours and hours and hours to clear it up. They opened up the interstate, and 30 minutes later, they had to shut down both directions of I-80 again. Because
you were in the negative teens, weren't you?
Yeah, we were negative. We got down to negative 25.
Ouch! Ouch!
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, that's fucking cold.
And 4.5 inches of snow on top of the 11.5 inches of snow we already had.
Oh, yeah. Boo hoo hoo.
At that point, it's just a skating rink.
Yeah. Yeah, because all well, this last snow, the 4.5 inches, it was real fine, light powder.
Yeah.
So that stuff, when you drive on it, it packs down into ice.
Yep.
Like it turns to instantly like ice.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
it's the fucking the plows don't go down my road, so it'll snow and they won't hit my road until 3 or 4 days minimum. So by the time they hit it, their plows aren't doing anything because it's all ice, and they haven't salted my street once, so it's covered in ice.
Ugh.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the thing about New York, man. They're always really good about getting that salt down. Like sometimes, like before the system would come in, like they know a big lake effect system would come in, and they'd have the plows out with the blades up and just laying down that preliminary layer of salt for when it came.
Yeah, it's I'm so over snow. Over it.
Already?
We're all
Yeah.
we're all lined together. There ain't no need to text one another.
Oh,
Well,
We ain't even got the fucking snow yet, man. We're
What's
supposed to
going
get
on?
a frozen mix like next weekend. Like this coming weekend, maybe.
he said there's a system out there coming in the next couple days for snow.
Yeah, in
But-
the higher elevations, there's a blizzard warning,
Yeah.
but only in the
But he
higher
had-
elevations. For us, it's going to be, like I said, frozen mix. They said.
Yeah, but he has to go through Snoqualmie Pass,
Yeah.
and then he's got to go through Wyoming and Montana, South
Okay, so
Dakota.
He'll get the business, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my brother-in-law's over in Montana, and they've been getting some snowstorms over there. So
that's
I-90
where he
through fucking Billings at least is going to be snowy.
That's where he got shut down yesterday because of the high winds.
Oh yeah,
Was in Montana. Yeah, it was I-90. They shut I-90 down because they
Yeah.
had 60 to 70 mile an hour winds, and it was knocking over semis on the
Ouch.
interstate. They were
Hey.
flipping.
what?
Yeah.
Knocking over semis?
Yep.
Is there any footage of that or anything?
I bet you if you look online, there is. Look up I-90 high winds semis. I bet you there's some. It happens all the time here when it's
Yeah.
windy. Like when we get our blizzards, it ain't no joke.
well yeah, there ain't nothing to fucking stop the wind. You're flat.
Yeah. And if it's slick, that's even worse.
No,
If the snow is sticking, it makes it 10 times worse.
I'm telling you, you don't want to be on the road to see that. I've seen it on I-70 in the past. Fucking semi high wind, whoosh,
Yep.
knock over right in front of you. That sucks.
Yep.
You know,
It's nuts, man. I mean, and the thing is like sometimes you have no choice. Like when I worked for the medic, we had to take patients to Iowa City, which is right through the same stretch that they just had that big ass pileup, and then opened it up and got another pileup. We used to have to take patients to Iowa City, and the whole interstate from here to there was closed for hours on end. And like we have to take patients though. We don't have a choice.
they couldn't have done it with a helo at that point.
Not in those conditions. The helo can't
Yeah.
fly.
All right,
It's too dangerous.
it's a sucky
So-
day to break your leg.
Well, you're not getting transferred for that, but if it's serious, I mean, if
Or
it's
whatever,
a serious
I
thing,
mean.
yeah, no, if it's serious, yeah, it's a shitty day.
hmm
I mean, shit, I've had to pull over taking somebody 6 hours to the Mayo Clinic up north because of a tornado. Tornado going in front of me.
Ooh.
We had to pull over in the ambulance and wait for that fucker to go in front of us and cross. I've had tornadoes on the sides going through fields while it parallel to me going down the interstate taking patients to Chicago. I mean, it's
That had to be pretty scary, dude.
welcome to the Midwest.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And you don't want to be on the road with a fucking tornado in front of you.
Look,
You
I've
know.
seen the movie Twister. I see what happens to cars that go in a tornado.
And I don't know if you've ever been in the back of an ambulance, but that big box is like a fucking sail.
Yep.
And when wind catches it, it gets a little weird in the
Oh,
back.
yes.
And if I'm trying to start IVs and intubate somebody and everything else, it's a little dicey. But you know what? That's why, like, if you ever need an IV started have a paramedic do it instead of a nurse, because nurses suck at starting IVs.
Well, sometimes paramedics do too. The one that he blew my van out one time. I'm
Well,
like, motherfucker.
okay, not all paramedics are good, but
You know,
normally they are
Yeah.
better at IVs than nurses,
yep.
because we're used to starting them bumping down the road at 60, 70, 80 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah.
You shut up.
But I had one time. Very good, right?
67, because I said 67.
That's 67 bullshit. I hate that. River does that shit. I'm like, River, shut the fuck up.
I do that to him too. I just did it. He's on his
What does it
VR
mean
and he's
again?
sitting there doing it.
What does the 6-7 thing mean again?
It doesn't mean anything.
Well, they're used to kind of a meaning now. It's just like you hear it, you just do the movement. It's
It's
I can't
stupid.
hear
Yeah.
I don't get it either, man.
There's no fucking meaning to it. It's stupid.
Well, it's kind of like back in the day. Well, we used to do, we have the Great Falls Rodeo. We used to piss our parents off when we did that
Yeah,
shit.
but that was different because that was from a show, and all this
Yep.
is made up bullshit. It's like they're all autistic. I swear to God, they're all autistic, and they just react when they hear it. 6-7, you know. They can't stop it.
So
They really
would you
can't.
equate it to Simple Jack going full retard in Tropic Thunder?
Yes.
It is
They
a
went
form of
full retard.
it is
you
a
know?
form of brainwashing. If you listen to the way kids talk, like that skippity whatever the fuck it is,
Oh, skibbity doo.
all that shit. If you listen to them talk in that language, if you listen to that language and you watch their actions when you say certain words and the stuff that they do, they cannot control themselves even. It is so ingrained into them that they just automatically do it without even thinking now. They are the most like susceptible generation to brainwash there is, because of TikTok, because of Instagram, because of Snapchat, because of Facebook, because of all of this shit that they are force fed, and like Roblox and fucking the other one, what's the other one that starts with
Fortnite.
Minecraft.
Fortnite.
But-
Call of Duty now too.
Hold on. Minecraft, though, if you think about it, you have regressed to shitty graphics that we tried to get away from. It's
Yep.
all blocks and squares, and there literally is no goal to the game other than to just build shit and break shit.
like really creative ideas by building.
No,
You
it's
can build whatever you want. That's like the main part
it's
of
not
it.
creative because it's not architecture. There's no architecture in it. It's blocks. It's not. It's to hook you onto something and give yourself a little serotonin bump, and
That's what
then
you're shooting.
move on to the next fad thing to do.
My question is, excuse me, is there a rhythm to it?
No.
There is
Like-
to their
Like, is there a
words, the way
music? Like, what I'm asking is like, is there a rhythm to it, like a musical rhythm or something like that, to get them to do this without realizing what they're doing?
No, it's
No.
just
Okay.
repetitiveness. It's repetitiveness and a feeling of belonging, because you see an influencer do it and you want to be like them, and so you start doing it, and then it becomes just ingrained in you.
I will say
Sounds like-
this though.
Sounds like it
Whoever-
becomes a ritual.
Whoever made that game is a fucking genius for all the money he's made for it. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but we were talking about this the other day. That game Roblox is they were kicking hackers off and
Yeah.
banning them because they were going after child predators that are all over that game. Instead of banning the child predators, they banned the hackers going after the child predators. Like, what the fuck? You have the biggest game in the world for kids, and you are allowing predators knowingly, because you want to protect their privacy. You say that their privacy is being invaded because these guys are going on there, they're figuring out who these predators are, and then they're turning them into the authorities. And that's an invasion of privacy. Get the fuck out of here when a predator is trying to get a hold of a kid. Or this 764 bullshit.
Yep.
This
Secondly,
satanic
I mean,
group. This
anybody
satanic
who's
group.
anybody
Go ahead.
anybody who's been convicted of fucking crimes against kids, right, should never be allowed online, ever.
But the thing is some of these guys haven't been convicted yet, and
Yeah.
they're trying to get them convicted, and
Yep.
Roblox is protecting them. Roblox is protecting them. There is a group called 764. 764 was created by an autistic, like 16-year-old. It is a group. Their sole purpose is to groom kids, vulnerable kids, and get them to harm themselves and kill themselves on video for them.
I've heard about them. Yeah.
They literally there's video of them out there laughing and saying, "Oh, it would be so much hotter if she was naked while she's hanging herself." And it was like a 14-year-old girl.
That's terrible. That is
That's
so
awesome.
terrible, man.
This
This kid caught himself on fire and died because he was told to by these guys. They have a 200-page manual on how to groom these kids, to take them step by step on how to harm themselves, to get them to harm themselves, and then eventually kill themselves. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. If you look it up, there is so much shit. They get them to write usernames in blood on the wall and take pictures and upload it to the Roblox page. And they do all kinds of other stuff. They'll carve names into their usernames into their skin. They'll trade.
What I think
They'll
is so
trade
crazy
girls
about
and boys by selling them for Robux, which
Yeah,
is
it's-
real money.
You know what I think is crazy about it is these people are getting away with it, and it's like they're committing crimes.
That's because Roblox is protecting them. These games are protecting them.
So how does Roblox have the legal authority to protect people that are committing crimes?
They don't. That's the thing.
They're going off of privacy
Well,
policies.
Well,
And also the
if
fact that
was
they-
true, then why do people dox people all the time? That's a right to
Well-
privacy, right?
but they're going off of, if they ain't been convicted yet,
Yeah,
it's-
but you have probable cause in law enforcement. You have probable cause and reasonable suspicion.
Well, that's the thing is, since it's on the internet,
it's
local law enforcement is there. It's going to be so hard for them to even attempt that, right? So now you need the federal government to step in. There is hardly any people tasked to handle this kind of stuff.
I mean, the only guys you could task it would be the cyber warfare people.
No, you got the FBI,
But
Secret Service.
they're more strategic and tactical.
well, you got
United
Homeland
States.
Security, FBI, that can
Yeah.
do that too.
Yeah.
So
You got to
Yes.
have a bunch of agencies to come together and task these people to take care of this, because
and,
it is horrible.
and how I know that, a certain somebody we know, I'm not gonna mention no names. He does shit like that. You know what I'm talking about, Rocky?
I do, and I hope that he gets
Because
those
I've
people
asked him about that too. He
brings
said,
them
yes,
to justice.
we deal
I
with shit
really
like
hope-
that, but we got a long way to go. He said there's a long way to go on that shit too.
It's it's so dark, man. That's such a dark thing that I'm afraid of the guys that do that stuff. They're going to be messed up in the head seeing all that messed up stuff. I worry for
Well,
them too.
That's why a certain somebody can't wait for 3 more years to retire.
Yeah, I want them to make it out okay with their sanity in one piece, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I
Yeah.
want them to be all right when they get done with that stuff.
Yep.
There's a lot of different types of PTSD, man. I had a buddy, he was a CB, and he ended up retiring out of the reserves, but he had severe PTSD, and he never heard a shot fired in combat. But he was the CB that was responsible for cleaning up and refurbishing the gear that came back from the front, and he had to do a lot of cleanup in those Humvees and shit, now, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
And me
Oh,
and
man,
Thumper talked
that
about
would
this
have-
last night too. Everybody's
that would-
PTSD is different.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, dealing with fucking
know what I
cyber
think?
crimes against
There's a
kids and
lot of
shit, that's got to give you
PTSD.
a certain type of PTSD that's, different than,
Yeah.
what Thumper or anybody else has been through.
Well, and keep in mind too, with me working as a medical examiner and a paramedic, I also dealt with that.
Yeah.
I
So
know.
that don't
Okay.
help your shit at all. You know, and that just
No, that
kind of compounds what you had before into a lot of other shit too.
what I noticed
You
about
know.
people in the Navy was there was a lot of people that got a lot of flack for stuff that wasn't their fault. So, like, I would see people, and this happened to me, where you would get emasculated. Like, they would just tear you apart, right? And that would cause those kind of problems in a way. It would shake you up to the point where you wouldn't have any confidence to do anything. And only the stronger minded people would be able to recover from that. Because there was a point where like on the Lincoln dude, that's what happened a lot to a lot of people. That was the problem with that ship is they had all these people that were in positions of power abusing their power all the time. And when you see that a lot, like I did, it makes you angry because I have this sense of justice and I'm seeing these people do something that's so mad. It's maddening to watch it happen. And like as a chief, I can get away with a lot of stuff and telling them like, hey, you guys are messed up. Stop doing that. And I did that. But then there was a point where I didn't have a chance to shut anything down unless I did it physically. You know what I mean? Like that would be where the point where I'm grabbing someone that's doing this and putting them to the floor. And then of course that's a person that's higher ranking than me, knowing full well that it's unlawful, but you're going to have people above me that will lie for them. And that I think that creates a problem like that. You know what I mean?
Well, that's just on Lincoln. It happens on a lot of boats too. It does.
Yeah. I mean, it happens on a lot of places, and I think that's kind of like I think that's just a flaw in people. They get a certain amount of power, they think they're untouchable,
Did you hear that?
and they don't think they're accountable for what they do.
It's fine.
And it's only after someone dies or someone does something like that it comes to light, and then people are investigating it.
Yep.
But that's just the way it goes, I guess. It's really unfortunate.
Welcome to humanity.
Yep. Yeah, my PTSD,
Exactly,
my
right?
PTSD is like it's folded with a bunch of shit because paramedic, medical examiner, combat, all kinds of stuff put plus, not having a amazing childhood with my adoptive dad, Not that gave me PTSD, but it didn't help.
Shit, the fact that you're already primed for stress at that age, it probably actually helped fucking toughen you up to handle what you had to go through as an adult.
Probably.
I told you, I got questions for your mama. I got questions for her.
Yeah.
So when I saw my first dead body floating in the water, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was not prepared for that shit.
Yep.
Not that it messed me up or anything, but like I was 19 before I saw like a dead rotting corpse.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's different for sure. I mean, when I worked as a medical examiner, I mean, I had every walk of life, and every age. So
Well, I knew a guy that was a quality assurance guy back when I was in the 777 main line doing systems installation. And, he was assigned to our crew. So I'd say about a half of my jobs got approved by him, because I got that second pair of eyes thing going. So we talk a bunch. And his deal was he used to be a mortician.
Oh shit.
And, he was a mortician by trade. He wasn't a fucking airplane mechanic. And it just happened to him one day,
I mean, those two industries kind of go hand in hand, right? I mean,
no, but he was working as a mortician. He was perfectly fine. And then one day, a particularly bad case came through on his table, and it was a kid. And that was it. He was like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah,
and
some people can't.
He quit. He lasted about another week after that, quit, and went to work for Boeing because it was just that one day, that one thing. And he was like, okay, that's it.
Yeah, some people
I'll
can't
tell
handle
you
that.
something weird that happened to me. I think I mentioned it before, but like, when I saw Charlie Kirk get assassinated, I was fine. I was like, okay, well, that's a kill shot. That was actually a good kill shot. And then it dawned on me, like, this is in front of his kids, in front of like hundreds of maybe thousands of people. And now I can't even go online And you know, they have those pages where they show people getting killed and all that stuff. I can't even watch that. I can't even stomach it anymore.
Yeah.
I have a video of it that was done up close, so you could see just him and the whole thing up close.
Yep.
I saved it just in case the internet decides to scrub it. I have no desire to watch it, but I do have it.
It's just, it's so weird because I used to have this bloodlust, you know, and now it's like, it's gone away. Like, I
There's-
feel bad for the people that go through that and the people that are cheering it on and bloodthirsty. I'm like, man, it's kind of,
Well,
I don't
there's
know
a
how.
reason for that though. There's a disconnect. There's a detachment. They don't look at things as rationally, because if you think about it, right, when you had that bloodlust or whatever, you weren't as rational or mature as you are now, right?
Dude,
You were,
that was like a couple months ago, though. That was like a little more than 2 months ago.
but you have
You know?
matured.
Well, Rocky, just look how much you matured just in the last week or so.
One
Yeah.
day.
I
tell you,
know. I mean,
one day.
I'm trying.
You know,
I am trying to do better and
Yeah.
be better and all that stuff. But it's
And-
like I told my wife, I was like, man, I can't even watch this stuff because I just get like this sick feeling, sinking. You know that feeling when you see someone like hit the ground really hard and you're like, oh man, that hurt. You feel that
Yep.
hurt. That's what I
Yeah.
feel every time I see it. And I'm like, I can't watch that stuff anymore. It's like I'm capable of that violence, but I really don't want to do it.
that's how I am. And
And
you know, that's the thing is like if I have to be violent, it's gonna fuck me up, you know, for a while. It's gonna mess with me because of, you know, my mindset. My mind is it does not want to go back to that. But I will and I can, trust me, I can flip that switch, you know.
I know,
But
and
like
it's
It's-
almost like you're a peaceful warrior. You're trying to be a peaceful warrior, trying to keep peace. But if you have to fight, you're going to. But you most of all just want peace.
yeah, you never
Or
want to be
that's the way I
afraid.
think.
You never want to be afraid of a young warrior. You always want to be afraid of the old one, you know. The old warrior, there's a reason he's old.
The old disabled crippled warriors, watch out for.
There's a reason he made it to that age. You know what I mean? And the young ones haven't experienced it yet. So they're not as experienced and they can't do near as much as that old guy can. You know, and that's the way I look at it. And like I said, these people that are bloodlust and thirsty and everything else, they're immature. They're not rational. They have problems. And so that is actually the best enemy to have because they don't think the process through and they make mistakes. And as a warrior, you capitalize on that if you have to. You know, if you are forced to, right? You don't
What did
ever
Sun
want to
Tzu say? Never interrupt your enemy when they're making a mistake.
absolutely because you never want to go up against your enemy when they're full strength, right? You want to find them at their weakest point. And that's where right now, I mean, there's a lot of cracks. I mean, just in certain parties, they're eating themselves, you know, and you let them do it.
Yeah.
You know, you goad them a little bit, you let them do it.
Well, look
And
at
it
Ali
happens.
versus Foreman, man. How did Ali take out Foreman? He got him frustrated. He got him pissed off. He made him gas himself out.
Yep.
Fight was over.
That's just how every MMA fight is. UFC, you know, it's the same thing. You know,
Yep. Once you
But
get him
he-
angry, you're good to
But
go.
Ali could not do that to Rocky Marciano. See, Rocky Marciano, they fought, right? A lot of people
Yeah.
don't know this. They fought. Rocky beat him.
Well, Rocky Marciano was more of a tactician than fucking even Ali was.
Yeah, but Rocky Marciano was in his 40s when they fought, right?
Point being, though, is Rocky Marciano never got angry.
Yeah. He's like,
Yep,
you
he
know,
stayed cool. He stayed fluid, you know, like Thumper
Yeah.
was talking about. He didn't let it get to his head, you know. He's like, okay, this guy's good. What's my next tactic?
yep.
And think about it too. People see these old Vietnam vets hobbling around, right? Guess what? They can be more dangerous than we are because they've seen a lot more shit.
Oh, way more dangerous. They know how to work they know how to work with goddamn near nothing.
It's
Yeah.
all about where they can go in their head.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like John Wick killing 3 men in a bar with a pencil. What's the situation? What do I have at my disposal? You do the math. Okay, that's what I'm going to do if this goes south.
You know, you have to live by a saying of you meet violence with equal or greater force.
Well, yeah, obviously.
You have to.
Yep.
Otherwise,
That's like
you
you
won't
s-
win.
That's like you see those police reports, right? Of fucking older guys breaking these Vietnam vets' fucking houses, right? And the Vietnam vets just fuck the kids up, right? Fuck them up,
Yeah.
Yep.
Not with guns, but with their heads.
That's like the video you guys showed we showed it a couple, I don't know how many episodes ago. Remember those three guys tried to break into a
Yeah.
veteran's house and he killed them? I mean, think about it. That guy went full blast war mode on those dudes.
Yeah.
Like if they're gonna get mad at him, but what if that's part of his PTSD? He just goes full war.
He
That's
didn't.
what happened.
But he didn't keep it in check because he chased him down the fucking street.
Yeah, but part of that is
What I'm saying is
PTSD, you know.
What I'm saying is it's because of what he went through. He went full blast on these people because he's not going to suffer like other people did in Vietnam.
Oh, I get that, but also he's got to remember too, just like anything, you start chasing down the street, you're off your own property. Guess what? That's where they get you.
The thing is,
you ever try to call back a dog when it's on a squirrel? It can't hear you anymore.
yeah.
I know.
When you go into prey mode.
I know, but I've done that with labs trying to get cats, right?
Well, this is the human equivalent of a lab that goes deaf when it fucking sees an animal.
I know, but I'm saying
it's like tunnel vision. It's actually like the guy had tunnel vision, right?
Going to hunter.
Remember how you say, yeah. He focused completely on the threat and he went after it. He didn't care about anything else. He just went straight after him like he would with anyone else, I guess. I don't know.
That's what I'm getting. Warrior, though, and because that's what he was, professional warrior, you have to be able to control yourself and you have to be able to stop yourself. You have to know when enough is enough.
Especially with all the laws out there now, because it ain't protecting the victims, it's protecting the criminals. A lot of times the laws do.
And just the climate of the country. I mean, the judicial system is not the greatest. And I don't want to put my fucking fate in a judge's hands.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no, not these days.
Or even a jury anymore. Because you never know. They ask you questions at jury selection.
Yep.
I know people that have lied on those, to get on because they wanted to sit in and listen, and that just because you answer a question during jury selection doesn't mean you didn't lie, and
right.
if they hate the military or they are friends with somebody, because they're not looking to see, oh, this person knows this person that is friends with that person. They don't know that. All they do is say, can you be, impartial, blah, blah, blah. Can you do this? Or how do you believe about this? They don't follow up and actually look into it. They just take them for their word. And I'm like, wait a minute.
I know.
So
I just went through that.
I go, wait a
so
minute.
great?
So I go, so now we trust the jury, the people that are going to have somebody's lives in their hands. We trust their word, but we don't trust the word of the guy that is on trial. Right? So what?
Yeah.
How does that make sense to me? I can't make that make sense. So as a professional warrior, you have to be able to control it to where you walk that line and you never cross it, because if you do, you run the risk of fucking up your life. And that's something that we all have to deal with up here, because like my PTSD is strong. It is like it isn't like the Jedi. It's more like the dark side. When it goes fucking dark, you better have NVGs, because my shit is dark.
Okay. Hear me out here though. Okay. Maybe loosening up some of the laws regarding this stuff and having some PTSD vets around is just what we need. Like, what if you try to break into the home of a vet with PTSD? And not only does he cap you, but he chases your two friends down and gets rid of them as well. And after the fact, it's found out that they did indeed try to criminally trespass and break into a home. If you're a criminal and there are possibilities that you're breaking into the wrong house and then nothing will happen to the guy if he kills your whole crew, wouldn't that have an overall chilling effect of crime, generally speaking?
Yeah, you would. Well, you would think. But
But-
you know,
I don't know. Most
there's
criminals
laws-
aren't very smart, but I mean,
There's laws against murder, and people still kill people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
yeah, I don't
I
know.
mean, look at the
There's the death
drugs.
penalty, and
You know, fentanyl. People still fucking do it, even though they get big sentences now. They're still fucking trafficking that shit.
yep. I mean,
You
you
know.
know, if you live in a state that has the death penalty and you murder somebody, and you know, you would think that would be a fucking pretty good deterrent, but
It isn't.
you still have people doing it. You know,
Well, it's not. It's
unfortunately,
not a deterrent. It's a punishment.
I think personally, that's why like it's like we need a purge.
We do. We
We're
really
back
do.
to the purge.
I'm
It
gonna
always
go
comes
back
back
to
to the
that.
purge.
Always,
You know,
because
The scariest thing is, guys, is I read a book by Russ Dizdar where he talks about there is going to be something like that.
I mean,
Our government's already tried it in Nevada one time. They've
Yeah,
already
you showed
they've
that.
Yeah,
already
and
tested
we-
that.
And nobody lived.
Well, some people lived.
Some people live, but not many.
a couple people, yeah.
Uh,
I don't
just-
know. There's so much, you know, so much going on and shit, and you just can't trust our judicial system anymore. You know, and
can't.
unfortunately, like people blame cops, and it's like the cops are arresting them. It's the judicial system that's letting them out.
Yeah.
You know, and people got to remember, cops are not proactive. The only thing the police department is proactive on is writing speeding tickets, where they go out and actually sit and try to catch somebody. The
That's
rest
true.
of the time, their goal is to be reactive, to catch the criminal after they've already done the crime,
Yep.
and then hopefully they get held accountable, right? But they don't anymore.
Yeah.
There's
You know,
all
I
the
was
loopholes and all that bullshit now. Backroom deals, all that.
I was actually blown away when they announced that Rob Reiner's son was being held in a $4 million bond, but then they took away the bond. They made him non-bondable. I was surprised. I was like, why did they do that? Because, I mean, they must have some pretty solid evidence, obviously, but
Yeah.
but to take away a $4 million bond, that's pretty
Flight risk,
serious,
probably, and all that came into play.
because somebody could bond
know-
him out, you know?
I
Yeah.
never would have thought that Rob Reiner would be murdered like that.
Well, but
You don't
Rock,
know
you
how
never
he
know.
treated his son. You don't know
You
how he
ne- you
treated
never
his son.
know,
'Cause
but-
Yeah.
look at how he treated people that like Trump. He treated them like shit. He
Yeah.
fucked
Uh-huh.
with people. And
Yeah.
so who knows how he treated his son growing up? And his son was on drugs. His son was homeless. You would never think that the son of Rob Reiner, who is like this Hollywood legend that has millions and millions and millions of dollars, you would never think that his son would be homeless,
You know,
you know? But he was.
but we'll find out probably in the trial. What his son's thinking too.
Who knows?
You know what the special ingredient in all this stuff that we're talking about is?
What?
Chaos. It's chaos.
Yeah. I mean,
It really
think about
is.
it. Rob
It's
Reiner,
really just chaos.
he could have abused his kid through his whole life, and that's why he went to drugs, right? And was homeless.
Man,
Then he might have gone to his dad's. He might have gone to their house to talk to him, and maybe his dad got fucking puffy chested on him because he was pissed off and he treated him like he did back in the day, and he fucking lost it, and he fucking stabbed him, and then his mom tried to stop him, and he fucking stabbed her.
Want
Who
to hear
knows?
my take? You want to hear my take on this?
Yeah.
I think Thumper's theory on this is right. I think he got introduced to the Hollywoods when he was a kid.
Yep.
Willing to bet. And that gave him PTSD and God knows what else. Drugs and alcohol necessarily follow. But also, I think that because it's not as though he just got a gun and shot them both, because that is relatively impersonal. Okay, if you actually choose a knife as the weapon, okay, not like you're holding a knife, someone breaks in, you got to do what you got to do. No, if you choose that as the weapon, you
Personal.
fucking hate that person and you
Yep.
want them to suffer.
Yep.
And neck injuries, he slit their throats. You don't slit the throat of somebody you're just wanting to kill. You do that if you hate them.
Yep.
And I seriously doubt that he hated them to that degree just because he got into drugs and they said, not on my watch, and he was homeless for a while. That wouldn't drive a person to straight up butcher someone. You only butcher someone if you fucking hate them.
Yep.
So
I'd be curious. I'd be curious if they did a blood test on him before
probably.
he went to jail. I hope so.
Definitely. They did a tox screen. Oh yeah.
Because
Well-
it would be even crazier if he was clean.
Well,
or
I
low
mean,
levels.
it was all soberly done and well planned out. Like this was his intention the whole time.
I don't think it was well planned. I don't think it was planned out. I think, like I said, I think his dad got puffy chested on him and treated him like shit, and he fucking snapped and he grabbed a fucking knife and he finished off his dad, but then his mom tried to stop him and he did that.
I could honestly see that. Like that would be a thing that would happen because, I've had my moments where I've talked to my son and I'm like, dude, you're doing really stupid stuff. But I had the foundation of like a moral compass. You know what I mean? Like there's a definite right, there's a definite wrong.
Yeah.
And I would talk him off the ledge, so to speak, but I think this guy would maybe he got so enraged because if Rob Reiner was antagonistic to a lot of people because of what he said,
He
I
lived
remember
his life being antagonistic to people. South
Yeah.
Park didn't make fun of him for no reason. Okay, I'm just saying.
I know.
Yeah.
And I the first thing I thought, like I was talking about Rob Reiner the other day, I think with you guys, and I was saying butter because of the the episode, right? And then when we're doing the podcast on Sunday, he was murdered. I had no idea. Like we didn't know he got murdered. I mean, I'm sad he got murdered.
Why he played Meathead in fucking All the Family? Come on now, Meathead.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, like he made one of my favorite movies, which is The Princess Bride.
Yeah.
As You Wish. That's a good movie.
And Stand By
saying
Me.
that. Yeah. And it's like, I'm sad he passed away because I just feel bad that he went out like that.
I don't
know.
care who they are. I don't care their views. I don't care anything. Nobody deserves to go out that way. You know what I mean? Like they don't deserve to be killed. It's the same thing as Charlie Kirk, and yeah, I think President Trump, he put something out there about Rob Reiner and Trump derangement syndrome and stuff, and people are pissed because he's being insensitive about it. But the thing
he's not really being insensitive.
Hold on. They're saying he's being insensitive, right? And they're all pissed off. But these are the same people that were saying they didn't give a fuck that Charlie Kirk was killed. It's like, well, you can't say one thing and be mad and be okay with it with somebody else on the other side. You have to fucking be pissed at both. And
Yes.
I am. I don't think it's right.
Yes.
And the thing is, the difference between Rob Reiner and fucking Charlie Kirk, Rob Reiner wasn't killed as a public execution, in front of hundreds of people and on TV, whereas Charlie Kirk was. So you can't get mad at Trump. I mean, you can get mad at Trump because he's mad. He doesn't like Rob Reiner because Rob Reiner had gone after him nonstop. And it is okay to not like somebody that comes after you all the time. I wouldn't want to be friends with somebody that is the way he treated him. I wouldn't be friends with somebody if they treated me the way they treated him. But at the same time, you can't, like, the outside public can't get mad at him for making the comments he made, but then say it was okay with Charlie Kirk. And they are. And that's what's crazy. I think
that's what's, it's coming to light, the utter hypocrisy of all of it.
Yeah. I don't care what your beliefs are. Like I said, I don't care how you treat me. I don't care how you treat others. Nobody deserves to be killed over that. There are other ways to handle things. It's not always violence.
Very true. Yeah.
It's a matter of just fucking walking away and turning your back and going and never letting that person back in your life. It's that easy.
But how many people are able to do that, bro?
That's the problem, though. That's where it goes. That's where we've gone wrong, because we used to be able to do that, or we throw a couple fucking fists and you're done and you walk away. You can't start a fight these days because now you have to worry about how are they going to pull a knife on you or fucking shoot you. They don't.
Even if they fucking started it, you can still be prosecuted. They can still file charges against you for assault.
Yeah.
Even though they started it.
And that's why it's just like, walk the fuck away.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Just ignore people. If you don't like them, ignore them. You have that ability to not have them in your life. I've cut a lot of people out of my life. I've cut tons of people, and you know what? I'm paying the price because I don't have many friends, especially around here. All my friends live in other states. you know.
Sure.
So
Speaking
it's
of
like,
that, boys, guess what showed up?
oh, they did, huh?
Walkie-talkies?
Nice. Hell yeah.
What showed
Yeah.
up? What is it?
The walkies.
Oh, that's cool.
The nationwide walkies.
Hell yeah.
Nationwide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will it run off a satellite?
I bet you it uses towers or something.
Uses tie, yeah. It's pretty much like it's old CB radio, walkie-talkie type.
Yep.
That way.
I-
Unlimited distance, no monthly fees. So
Gotta love it.
single chat, group chat. Come on.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean,
Each box got two of them in there. Each box got two of them. So
So wait, so you got to figure out if you can actually take all four and get them together on the same channel.
I got to read about that
Yeah.
on it. But
Because
I know
that
you can do it. So
That would suck if you had one and I had one and then they each had one and
Yep.
then fucking only two could talk to each other so
Yep.
then we would have to do like a relay.
Yep.
Well, I mean, and, what you were saying, Brett, it's like, I agree with you. It's like, I don't want to see even the people that I don't like. And I think this has just changed for me in maybe the past 2 weeks. Like that bloodlust I had, right?
Yeah.
I don't have it anymore because I don't want to see people go out like that. And I don't want to see people fighting and hating each other and all of that. It's completely different from the way I thought before. And I'm still trying to get used to thinking like this because this is what I think like now. And this is brand new to me.
Mm-hmm. And my thing is
I honestly feel like I'm an idiot because I think like this. I feel like I'm weaker because of it, but maybe I'm stronger because of it. I don't know, but
on that note though, whether you're strong or weak, right? You're a believer, right? And if you're a religious or you're a believer or whatever you want to call yourself, right? The religion doesn't tell you to go around hating and hoping everybody dies. So
no, it's just
technically, by getting rid of the bloodlust and the hate, you are now stronger in your faith, which then makes you a stronger person, right?
But does that make me look like a joke to everyone else?
Why would that make you look like a joke?
I don't know, because the way I used to think was
because you want to be happy. No,
I don't know, and
I'm
not happy about the guy dying. I'm not happy about any of it. I'm not happy about the crap that happened in Australia.
Take into consideration what type of person would think you're weak. What type of a piece of shit. So fuck them.
Yeah.
You cut those people out of your life. You be happy. Take care of your family. Spend time with them. Spend time with your friends that you're, all that, and block all that shit out and just be happy. It's not weakness. It's actually strength because you're giving up more stuff because you're cutting people out of your life that really doesn't have a need. You don't need them there. So it's actually making you stronger.
I'm working so hard to cut out the evil thoughts that I think like that.
Yeah, buddy.
It's going away.
Wow.
And it's so weird for me to go through this because I've never gone through anything like
You're
this.
You're going
before.
through a transformation. Look at it that way. And it takes a while to do that. It's not overnight. It's not overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. My PTSD, I hated people. I mean, I don't like most people. Trust me. That's why I keep my circle so small. I don't trust a lot of people. That's why I keep my circle even smaller. I don't trust myself. That's another thing, is I don't trust myself if that switch is flipped. I don't know where I would be or what I would do. But
Do
In a
you have
sense,
a switch that someone that you can talk to flicks a switch so they can get you to calm down or whatever?
so I'm pretty good with it now. Like I guess I should say before I didn't trust. I mean, I trust myself more now than I ever have because, like I said, I've had two opportunities to pull my pistol and actually justifiably shoot somebody, and it was justifiable, and I was told that by cops, um, and I didn't. So I mean, I have pretty good control over myself, and I block a lot of stuff out. I don't watch the news near as much as I used to. I might look at some news on my phone just to kind of get some topics to talk about or whatever on here, but I don't let it consume my day to watch the news and, spend all this time like, "Oh my God, the world is going, I know the world's shit. I know it is. I know there's evil
Don't
people
be
in
the
the world,
tries.
you know?
You know, that was a thing that would be a couple of months ago or a couple of weeks ago, I would be doing that.
Yeah. You'd be
And now I'm
pissed right
not.
now over Australia, Brown
All
University,
right.
like all
I'm
this
gonna get
shit.
off here.
You'd be
Okay, play
fucking
something
pissed.
else. Okay.
And
All right. Love you.
it's
All right, bye.
sorry, he's distracting me. Um yeah, you'd be flying off the handle right now. Because
And,
it does have to do
and
with
the most
religion
surprising thing
and
is that I'm not. I'm not flying off the handle. And I'm kind of happy about that because I want to be better and do better. It's just it's not in me to wish all this bad on people or hope for it. It's like I don't want all of that stuff to happen. I'd rather them, come to a place where they want to live a better life and they want to help the people around them and love them. You know what I mean? And it's
yeah.
so weird, but that's the way I feel. I guess that's the way I feel, or that's the way I'm thinking. I'm going to say that's the way I think, but it's also the way I feel. My emotion matches my logic in this sense, I guess.
Yeah. And
And
like I said, you're going through a transformation, you know? So, just ride with it and have fun with it and enjoy it and start spending more time with the family and the quality is going to go up. And your quality of life, your health and everything else is going to go up as well. It's going to get better. So,
that's what I want. I want better quality for all my wife, my kids, and everybody around me. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like a dark cloud on people because I know I can do that, and I don't want to do that no more. Like I'm making a conscious effort to not do that.
yeah. I mean, that's important,
It
you know?
is. It is. Like, when we talked about it the other day when we heard about the shootings, I was saddened by it. I was like, man, that sucks. All these people got hurt for what? What did they get hurt for?
Yeah.
And it sucks. It
Over
just sucks that
over somebody
doing
else's beliefs. And there's nothing you can do to change that, unfortunately.
I know. It
You just have
sucks
to
so bad.
be you just have to be smart when you're in public and keep your head on a swivel and make sure you don't become one of those victims.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you can do. And if you can eliminate that issue, you make a difference in the world because if you don't become a victim and you keep your head on a swivel and you are a part of something like that and you stop it, now you just flip the script. So, you just have to constantly be on the lookout. Unfortunately, it sucks to have to do that, but at the same time, you don't have to stress yourself out doing it either. It can just
Yeah,
become second nature.
I used to be that way, but I'm still like that when I go out in public and everything. It's just I'm looking for threats, but I'm hoping there are none. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm
So,
hoping someone doesn't do something that's going to just ruin a bunch of people's lives over something
belief.
dumb.
Yeah,
Yeah. Which could be a false belief. It could be a fallacy of a belief.
could be. Yeah. I mean,
You know,
it could be the fact that they believe a Big Mac's better than a quarter pounder. They could fucking shoot up a place because of that.
or
Fucking
ketchup
crazy.
and mustard.
Yeah,
Or ketchup and mustard, right?
or fucking ketchup in general, Gilly.
Oh, I thought of murdering Gilly over ketchup several times.
Fuck. I think about it on a daily basis.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I know. And every time I get a chance to fuck with you, guess what? I'm going.
But no, I mean, it's just some of the stupidest shit, you know, and you gotta brush it off and just keep moving on with your life. And unfortunately, other people's lives get disrupted, and they have to fucking do other things, and they have to handle it, and they handle it however they handle it, you know. And we just have to make sure that we're doing what we need to do to keep our families safe. And you know, if we are faced with a threat, we handle it appropriately.
See, I'm more on Thumper's side than Rocky's right now. I'm kind of ready for purge mode. Like right wing death squads sound really good to me right now.
A couple of weeks ago, I'd been, yeah, let's do it. But now I'm just kind of like, I don't want all that death and destruction.
Well, you're going to have your good versus evil, and I mean that's going to be a.
You got to be willing to have some teeth, man.
Yeah, I know, and I mean I got the teeth. It's just I don't want to do it.
No, that makes sense.
That's the definition of the meek. The definition of the meek is men who have the teeth but don't want to use them.
Yep.
I'll be right back, boys.
They will, but they don't want to.
Right. Okay. Yep. But I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, the purge would definitely make this world a lot safer.
It certainly would. It certainly would.
It would cut down on a couple things, you know, but safety would be
more than a couple.
Yeah, for sure. You know, but it is what it is. Oh.
I mean, I don't think I'll get any argument when I say family court judges be the first one up against the wall.
Okay.
Finish my kid.
I think we're gonna take off for a little bit because we got to go get some food.
Yeah, go get you some food, man.
And then I'll be back if you guys are.
Yeah, these work off the cell phone tires. What they work off of.
Nice. So it's kind of like those. What was it? U.S. Cellular that used to have the push to talk phones.
Yeah.
Like the walkie-talkie phones. It's the same thing, right?
Yep. But I just gotta figure out how to get them all fucking paired. You know.
Yeah.
Which I'll watch a video on that. So
I wonder how those are affected though if there's an overload on the cellular system. I wonder if those are like a lighter signal where
it says here that
a phone might not get through, but those might.
Well, this is a public network cluster walkie-talkie. So I don't know what that means, but
I don't know.
It has a SIM card too, so
okay,
which is already comes installed in it. So
nice.
Or you can take. It also has another thing too. You can take one out of your cell phone if you have to. Put it in there too.
Put it in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's on a dedicated type of tower or all the towers.
It's supposed to be all the towers.
So AT&T, T-Mobile, U.S. Cellular. Well, U.S. Cellular is T-Mobile now.
Yep, because they all share tires.
Yeah. Well, you got like AT&T they have some of their own towers. Verizon has some of their own towers. Sprint, or whatever.
Yeah.
But then they also bounce off of each other's towers too. Man, I'm starving. I've had a protein bar today, and that was it.
That's it?
All I've had all day, dude, is a protein bar, 30-gram protein bar. It was really good, too. I highly recommend them. They're called the RX. Oh, shit, what was it? The RX. Hang on. Hey. It's called the Met RX Big 100 protein bar.
Oh, Metrex. Yeah, they're an old company.
Yep. The Big 100 protein bars, though, that they make, they're 30 grams of protein. The one I had, the apple pie, was really good, and I don't like sweets. It had 17 minerals and vitamins in it. The other one, the cookie one, it was 30 grams of protein with 18 minerals and vitamins. But they were like $2 and some odd cents. They were cheaper than some of the other protein bars that actually have like 11 grams of protein in them. And some of those have cashews in them, and I don't want cashews because cashews are inflammatory inside your body. So I haven't had cashews in forever, and it's killing me because I
I
love
just had
cashews.
some actually. The wife bought a bag.
Yeah, dude, they're actually bad for you because of the
Inflammation.
inflammation.
I know.
Yeah, because of the family of plants that they come from. But it's like, damn, they're so good. uh, you about ready? My stomach's over here.
Oh,
My stomach's over here growling. Man,
all right.
Well, boys, the Heidsters just showed up, so I'm making her dinner real quick. I'm warming her up some dinner, and then I'm, making mine at the same time.
no
There's the
worries.
Heidster.
Hey,
Heidster.
Heidster.
Hey,
Hello.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
We were having
Oh.
a good talk. Look how many people are watching us right now. 5 people. That's so cool.
5? Nice.
And,
Yeah.
and one of them's not me.
And one point there was 6 people. So apparently maybe
Shut
we're
up. Not you.
talking to people.
You said 6.
We're not so
So
boring anymore.
Talking to the boy.
you said 6, and he's 6'7".
Oh,
Yeah, he definitely deserves to be
Yeah.
told to shut
Yeah.
up.
Yep.
Thumper, tell your boy to walk into this.
Right?
I'm gonna-
Him slapping his hand around so you walk into it and get slapped.
Hello.
right.
You didn't even need all your Brussels stuff.
Yeah.
I'm definitely
no,
gonna be watching a YouTube video on these how to set them up. So
Well, you have to make sure when you send them out, you send the instructions with them.
I know, but the instructions are right here, but it doesn't tell you technically how to set up the groups.
Oh,
So I'm gonna watch it.
Is there like a QR code on there to scan to get like a
Yeah,
video?
when you first turn it on, right? When you scan it, it's nothing for that.
Oh, really?
So
Well, damn. That sucks.
but I'll figure it out. So
Piercing.
know.
Nice.
I'll get them working. So
Where are you
Oh,
going to
man.
eat, man?
What's that?
Where are you going to eat?
He wants Freddy's.
He wants what?
He wants Freddy's.
What's Freddy's?
It's like a mix between In-N-Out and Steak and Shake.
Oh, sounds fantastic.
The
They got-
burgers,
they call them the famous steak burgers.
yeah, they're steak burgers and like string fries. But they have a fry sauce that's really good. They have a smoky one that's really good. But
Sounds fantastic.
they're also known for custard, I guess. But so is Culver's. I mean,
Yeah, but their custard ain't as good as Culver's, put it that way.
I don't eat it, so I don't know.
Hard to beat a good custard, though, you know?
I don't know because I don't eat it.
You whip together dairy, egg, sugar. Oof, so good.
I haven't had a frozen custard in forever. I think it's been it's probably been 15 years or so. Maybe
What's anything
longer.
about frozen, man?
No, that's what they serve there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, they serve frozen custard.
Yeah, when you get into frozen custard, ice cream, and gelato, aside from a little bit of preparation difference, you're just kind of splitting hairs there.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, so yesterday I
I'll
cooked
be
that.
right back in a second, boys.
No worries, Rocky. I cooked that Texas red chili and it was so good.
It
don't
looked
know
really
if you-
good.
Did you see it?
I did. It looked
So-
delicious.
I put
Was that
I
the
put
one you
that-
made yesterday?
yeah,
Yeah, that
It was-
thing looked great.
dude, it was so good. I showed Gilly my secret ingredient, but I'll show you guys. I don't care. It's not really a secret, but this is what I put in the chili besides turn that on. Let me grab it real quick. I technically have two. So to thicken it up, this is what I use. God damn it.
Oh, masa. Okay, yeah, I got a bag of that.
Oh, the matzah. Yeah, the matzah.
This
Yeah.
is what I
What
use
brand
to
is
thicken
that?
it. This is what I use to thicken it up.
Okay.
It says
So-
organic masa harina. I don't know what the name
Harina.
brand is.
Yeah.
You're a bad Mexican if you don't know what that is, brother.
I can't read it.
It's
No,
yeah,
you can't read.
it's masa harina. Yeah, it's organic
I know,
masa
but-
harina flour.
What
And
brand?
then this is
King Arthur.
King Arthur.
Okay.
It's so good. So you just you put you just sprinkle it in and stir it at the same time so it doesn't clump up, but it
Mhm.
will thicken up your chili for you. And then this right here is my other secret ingredient when I make the meat. So I did ground beef instead of steak. But you can use it with roast or steak as well, stew meat, whatever. I did a pound of ground beef, a pound of sausage, and a half a pound of bacon. And while it was
Ooh.
cooking, I threw this into it. Ghirardelli.
Wow.
And this
Ooh,
stuff, I
nice.
put about just under a third of a cup of this Ghirardelli
Oh,
chocolate
yeah,
in it.
the cocoa.
And I cooked that dry in the meat, like in the grease and everything with the meat. And then I put the seasonings in, the rest of the stuff, the chili powder and everything else. Gives it such a depth of flavor. And then I did a half a can of beer into it, and it sweetens it up. It's so
So you're
good.
kind of bordering on a mole sauce there.
Almost,
Right.
Damn
That's what I
close.
was thinking.
Yeah.
but it's not. It's red still. It stays red. It doesn't go dark. So that's where it's different. You know, you're not getting that real rich, creamy mole. You're getting just a thick and sweet. It works, you know, and it's so good. I love it. And that chili is amazing.
Dude, it looked so nice yesterday when you were cooking. I was like, man, that thing looked great.
Yeah, and it was a true Texas chili. There was no beans in it, you know. So, because Landon doesn't like beans, and so I said I would cook something without beans, and it was just the flavor was just dead on. I'm gonna send Gilly the recipe here in a little while. After we get done eating, I'll send it to you. And he can try it with emu and duck and stuff,
Yep.
turkey.
Yep.
That'd be really good. Emu, duck, and turkey. Woof.
Oh, yeah.
You'll have that duck fat in there.
Yeah. And like I said, you can have the tortilla flour. You
Oh
can
yeah, because
have the-
that's what I use. I use the same one when I'm making tortillas. Same one.
You can have the chocolate and then everything else in it. There's nothing in there that you can't have. You know?
Yep.
So once you use your duck and turkey and
Emu.
emu, yeah, because you need at least one red meat, one white meat, you know.
Yep.
That's why I did pork and burger meat. I think one of these days I'm going to do it with deer, with venison.
Yep.
So it'll be really
That
good.
sounds like it'll be great. That sounds like it'll taste really good.
Yeah,
Sounds
I was-
rocking.
I was really happy with it last night. Gave some to my mom for her to try, and she's eating that tonight for dinner. So, but okay. All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna jump off here for a little bit. I'll text you to see if you're still on. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna stay signed in.
All right.
So I will see you in a little while.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna mute myself though, so the dog doesn't bark like crazy.
Okay. So
Well,
what do you want to talk about that video sent, Mick?
Go ahead.
yeah, but I don't know, man. Midget porn is not a real good topic for the format we got, and so we should probably just.
I was talking about the Shrouded Turin one.
Oh, not the porn stuff, the Christian stuff. Ah, dude,
Well,
my mind
you know-
is-
Yeah, that's
You know the midget porn takes up less space on your hard drives. You know that, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
stupid.
Who wants to see some stupid video about the archaeological significance of the Shroud of Turin when Bridget the Midget's twerking on a pole?
I don't know. That's a bit of a toss up.
Right?
I
You
guess
know?
it depends.
Well, I'll
I
take
guess it
midget porn.
depends
Well, we know that, Gilly.
Oh,
on. I'm sorry. I'm coughing food out, dude.
Means we're doing our job.
you don't talk
But,
with food in your mouth. You know that.
well, that video you sent was really interesting about the Shroud of Turin and all the tests they did and how
Yeah.
when they said it was fake, then all this other stuff started happening to make them think, well, maybe it's not fake. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did that video talk about the image that's actually put into that?
Well, it's talking
Yeah.
about the image. It was talking about the images underneath the image that you can only see with modern
Yep.
technology.
Yep.
And they're talking about the actual cloth and how thin the image is and what could have possibly caused it. And they came to the conclusion about the only thing that could have caused it is a very, very short but very intense burst of UV radiation,
Like nuclear.
except for like nanoseconds, enough to impress the cloth, but not enough to do any damage.
And the
And it
way
was
they
all-
describe it, it's like when that happened, it was like a flash of light.
Yeah.
And remember when we talked about the chronovisor?
Yes.
How they said that when they looked back in time and they saw Jesus Christ crucified and then he resurrected from the dead, there was a flash of light.
Yep.
I don't know if someone's making that stuff up to make us think it's real, but it's kind of weird that that dot is connected to that.
Right.
that's
Yeah,
real.
exactly.
And then you think about when they just figured out that when an egg and a sperm, get connected or whatever, there's a flash of light when conception happens. It's like life happens in light.
Yeah.
So when light happens, life is born or life is brought back or
Created.
something like, or life is created or life is brought back, right? So it's really interesting that that's what they got from that. And I know they
also-
said the blood type was AB positive or something like that.
AB positive. Yeah. Yep. Blood type was the same.
I don't know what to think about that.
And
I want them
also,
to test the chromosomes.
well, also it's interesting because, they, back in 88, they did a carbon dating on it and they went from the corner of the shroud to do the minimal amount of invasiveness. And they found out that it was from the 15th century, which apparently debunked it being what they thought it was. But they also looked into it even further and they found out that the entire shroud was mostly flax. Now, the edges and the corners were a cotton flax blend, I want to say, and they had done that because at some point it had been damaged, and the most skilled seamstresses they could find went in and repaired it with 15th century thread. And so where they took it from contaminated the sample because where they took it from was a repair. When they actually were able to analyze the flaxen cloth with modern means in the middle of the shroud itself, it did date 2,000 plus years ago. Like it was.
It dated to like, they said it dated from like 29 AD to 36 AD.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
like,
period. The dating was period correct based on the amount of cellular decomposition from the cellulose and the flax and things like that. So yeah, the whole 1988 debunking of the Shroud of Turin. Yeah, that was scientifically inaccurate because the threads they took weren't even of the same period as the rest of the shroud.
Well, they talked about that on the History Channel too. When the History Channel did something like that, they talked about that too.
Yep. And so,
what makes me happy about it is they didn't give up on researching it. They researched another part and found out this thing's like 2,000 years old. It's like, okay, well, yeah.
Say anything else you might want to say about it, but it is legitimate from the time period. At the very least, they know it is legitimately 20 or 2,000 plus years old.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
It's kind of cool. I mean, nothing's been vindicated, nothing's been proven 100%, but it's interesting that that information is out there, and it really depends on what person hears that information if they want to look into it further.
Well, we know what it's not now, and we know it's not a hoax. We know it's
But-
not a fabrication.
they just don't know. They think they know, but they don't know whose body was wrapped in it. That's the thing right now with it.
Technically, you're correct. They don't.
I mean,
But-
people want to believe it. And that's fine.
But
You know,
But the thing is, there is nothing about that with the new information they've gotten. There's nothing about the Shroud of Turin
Yep.
that makes any sense in the absence of modern technology. And even with modern technology, we could barely do anything to recreate that thing the way it is right now. Like,
oh yeah, yeah.
because I mean, the amount of energy it took to make it and the fraction of a second it took, like, you're either doing nothing or you're destroying it if you're even a little bit off.
Yep.
It's just impressive, you know. It proves that at the very least it is a complete and total mystery that we know nothing about, which is a hell of a lot better than we've got this locked down as a hoax.
And the
Oh.
crazy thing is, it's dated to a time that's probably the most important event in human history.
Yeah, one could argue.
The resurrection of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. It's like, will this prove the resurrection true? And even if they prove it true, how many people will believe or disbelieve?
Well,
It's
strictly
crazy to
speak-
think about.
Well, strictly speaking, Gilly was right in the sense that we do not know what individual that shroud was draped over. We can't actually prove that. And so
I mean-
there is always that, you know. And the thing is, they did find blood and it was undisturbed. They did know that's AB, but we don't have any other blood to compare it to that
That's-
we, for 100% fact, know belong to Jesus. And so without that comparison, without that test, we can't actually prove that it covered Jesus. But
What if
the
it was
circumstances-
Lazarus?
But the circumstances surrounding it,
Mhm.
it eliminates most possibilities. You know what I mean? Like, is it concrete proof? No.
No, but I
But
mean,
the circumstantial evidence is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, but there's also that fucking. They've also made a fucking picture of that image too.
Well, yeah.
So they think if it was Jesus, we think we know what he looks like now.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's pretty much
You know-
what the painting show.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's crazy is, like, there's this guy named Micah Turnbow, and I guess he's a seer, like a prophet, right? And he says that Jesus comes and talks to him, and that it's at certain times he will have blue eyes, green eyes, and brown eyes. I forgot the category, but one of them is like prophecy. It's this color of eye, but his natural eye color is either blue or green,
Yeah.
which
Well,
is
certain-
crazy.
Well, certain eyewitnesses, actual eyewitnesses from antiquity when he was alive, one person said they were blue, one person said they were gray. No one said green, no one said brown, no one said hazel or whatever their version of hazel would have been. The best that we know of, it was either blue or gray, which, given certain lighting and sometimes certain moods, there's room
It
there
would
for a
look
little
that
bit
way,
of
yeah.
variation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
don't believe in modern day prophets. I don't believe that Jesus actually talks to anybody directly. So maybe agree to disagree. I think this guy's a fraud that you're talking about.
I mean,
I hope
But-
not, but it's interesting what he says. Like, if you follow his page, which I don't, but I just recently started. I did not for a while. He showed a picture of the Jezebel spirit and what she looks like. Like it almost looks like the chick from The Ring with wings.
With wings.
It's that creepy looking, bro. And then he talked about like pornography and all that stuff, and there were these angels that help you fight pornography, right? The addiction to pornography or the sexual lust. And these dudes are badass looking dudes, man. They're like they shine this golden light. It's really
The
cool.
Chads.
And it's cool to think, like, if that's real, like I would not put it past God to make people like that or to make beings like that.
Put down your dick and
just
grab a
out of
sword.
the
They
ordinary.
feel the same in your hand, but one's more useful.
But jerking your shit feels better. Put it that way.
I don't know, man. Swinging on your enemy feels pretty good too.
Yeah, but at least you get that stress relief. As soon as you nut, get that stress relief.
Well, see, I've never decapitated my enemy before. Maybe that has some serious stress release. I don't know.
It might. You might
It
feel
might. I
guilty
mean, you have to
about it,
concede
too.
that it might.
But check his page out. You guys might like it. You might think it's completely hogwash, which I can go to that side too. But I'm listening to see if I can actually understand it and comprehend it, and see if there's, and trying to read scripture to make sure it matches.
I
But
mean,
you also
some
gotta
of those,
remember. No, go on, Gilly. Go on.
no, some of those channels are hogwash. Some of them are. And some ain't. Now you got to weed through which one's a hogwash, which one's fucking ain't. That's the problem.
And
Yeah.
it's not always easy.
And
No, it's not.
you gotta be able to, you have to be able to discern from it.
Yeah.
You have to be able to separate the false from the truth, and it's
Yep.
kind of difficult to do.
You see,
Yeah,
here's my problem with this. Okay, he may be telling the truth. He may be a believer, but demons have demons know everything. They know everything. I mean, they're smarter than us, more powerful than us. You can't outthink one. You can't outsmart one. You can't outlie one. They are what they are. And it's entirely possible, if this guy is doing this thing, he could be getting fed correct information from a demon posing as something else, just to make people think that modern day prophets are a thing, when in fact there hasn't been a modern day prophet ever. You know what I mean? It's very subtle, and it may be the truth, but it may be a truth that makes people put their faith in something else.
True.
You understand what I mean?
I can agree with that 100%. I can, yeah.
I mean, all the best
It's good that
lies
you bring-
are mostly truth.
Yeah, it's good that you bring that up, because there is a lot to that, to be honest. You know what I mean?
Just like Mick, I'm gonna tell you like you told me. God damn it, Mick, you're making too much sense.
I do have that problem occasionally,
We like that. We want people to make sense. We
Yeah.
want the logic, the reasoning, and the making of sense.
Yeah. I had to give Mick shit on that one because he's told me that many times. So
Hey,
I'm like,
man.
oh, perfect sense.
Hey, man, Navy Rule 101, man. You never deliver shit that you can't take.
Oh yeah. And Rocky said to you earlier today too.
Yeah, exactly. I'm cool with it, man. I'm good. I'm totally good.
What? What did I say?
You said the same thing. Mick, you're making too much sense now.
Oh
earlier.
yeah. Like it was the Family Guy thing. It was like those
Yep.
two accountants in the dude's brain. Like, hey, wait a minute, you can't do that. You're making too much sense.
But I do
Go
try to
back to
keep
the-
it measured, though. Like the you ever watch Penguins of Madagascar?
Yep. Unfortunately, yep.
Okay, so what Trump said about Rob Reiner, the first thing I thought was from Penguins of Madagascar. True, but not helpful.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, I support Trump. I'm a Trump guy, but I think he should have taken the high road with that one. It was, yes, true, but unhelpful.
I think that he probably didn't take the high road because he dealt with 8 years of that crap before.
Oh, no, I know, but
And you got if you put yourself in his mindset, he's like, I'm just trying to help the country. I'm trying to make America great again, right?
oh, hey,
Why are
preaching
all
the-
these
you-
stupid idiots trying to make it terrible?
Because he's going against what they
preaching the
want.
choir, man. I know. But still, it'd have been
Yep.
so easy to go, you know what? It was a terrible thing. America has loved your movies. I hope you rest in peace. 3 sentences and fuck off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it was helpful.
You know what that would have done to all of Hollywood and all the actors and liberals that hate him? If he would have said those words of kindness and a soft answer like that, it would have been like pouring hot coals all over their head.
Exactly.
They would be burning with anger because they could not get this guy to say something stupid for them to complain about.
Oh no, they'd find a way to complain about
Yeah.
it, but everybody would think they were the insane ones, which they are.
Yes, exactly. It would be like, well, he poured hot coals over your head, and you guys still look like idiots because he really said something that was heartfelt and nice and kind.
Yeah.
You know,
And, I'm not going to lie, Stand By Me and The Princess Bride, two of my favorite movies. Like,
Yep.
I get it.
And he played a great liberal, a meathead, too, because he was a liberal.
Yep. I never watched it, but I've heard about it. Yeah.
Oh, you got to watch Archie Bunker, man. That's a classic right there.
Oh, no.
I
I
grew
know
up watching
about it.
that shit.
I may have seen it a bit as a kid, but I don't much remember it. So,
Yep.
I missed it today.
Archie's kind of like us in a way, but like
Yep.
goes off rants like Rocky used to, right? Like that.
I'll talk about it later.
You know, Archie's a mixture of a little bit of all of us, right? You know, I mean, he really is. His character was, he was.
Who, Archie Bunker?
Yeah.
I think he was a no nonsense kind of guy.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of, well, I guess I'm pretty much no nonsense. I like silly and happy and all that stuff, but I don't want nonsense.
Yeah.
you love
I don't want
shenanigans,
disorder,
but
I
you
don't
hate
want
nonsense.
chaos.
You know?
Like, I don't want chaos and disorder. I want like order, and it's like the military. I want good order and discipline, right?
Yeah.
I want something that keeps things good. I don't want chaos and sadness and crying and violence and all that other stuff. I just want peace.
It's like where I work, this is maybe a small thing, but I parked at work today and I go to walk into work, and in the parking lot, I see there's a Seahawks beanie, I mean, a nice one, a nice Seahawks beanie, like somebody clearly just dropped it, right? And I walk by it because it ain't mine. I figured, well, I don't care about it one way or the other. But I mean, I figured, yeah, whoever dropped it might say, oh shit, I dropped my hat. I went out for first break, hat was still there. I went out for lunch, hat was still there. I went out to leave for the day, fucking hat was still there. Like, I probably could have fucking taken that thing, put it in the car, washed it up real good, sold it on eBay for $20, no fucking problem.
Yeah, probably.
But me and probably 1,000 other people walked by that fucking beanie and went, I bet you somebody be back for it, and didn't touch it.
Now, if
That's
it's still
the
there
world.
tomorrow, guess what? It's free game, then.
Well, oh yeah, but you know what I'm getting at is, that's going back to what Rocky was saying. That's the kind of world I want to live in. The one where, you know what, you drop some shit, it's there 8 hours later because anybody who walks by figures, they'll be back for it.
Well, I'll tell you something that, like, when I got up this morning, me and Heidi read the Daily Bread, right? I read the Daily Bread to her, and it was about loving your neighbor and everything like that, and it was about the parable of the Good Samaritan.
I'm having a hard time with that one these days.
Right? And that's a crazy one, because I remember growing up in the 90s when they made the Good Samaritan law to protect people that were trying to help people, but they still got sued.
Yeah, right.
And that was brought into like real life view kind of thing when you watch The Incredibles. Mr. Incredible tries to save that guy that's going to kill himself, right? And then that guy sues him for it. That's the Good Samaritan.
Yep.
And it was like the way that it was portrayed in the Bible, a Good Samaritan was this guy got robbed by robbers, right? And a Levite priest a priest went by. And then a Levite or something like that. And then the Samaritan, the person that's hated the most because he was half Babylonian, half Jewish, they were hated. And he's the one that took this guy, put him in a house, paid for everything, and made sure he was okay. It was like, I want to see more of that than versus the other thing where people are just stepping over a guy that's half dead.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot. I think a lot of that is what's missing in our world right now.
Well, take Daniel Penny, for example, right? New York subway.
Yeah. And and then you have those incidents like that, and you're like, I understand Daniel Penny wanted to help people because that's the way I think, right? But the repercussions of it, it's like you get punished for doing good.
Yep.
So it's like the country is trying to tell you, don't do anything good for anybody else. Just be selfish and only care about yourself.
Well,
but then how
Yeah.
how do things fall apart after that?
Yeah.
When there are people that need help,
Well, take where, like, I live here in mid Missouri, right? In the rural area, right? Guess what? You stop and help someone, you're not going to get sued, especially if you save their fucking life. They're going to be grateful for that. But you
You know,
go
I'm not
Kansas City or St. Louis, right? Guess what? You get sued real fucking easy because they're all liberals, pretty much.
Now, I'm not gonna say the things that I've done because that's contrary to what I believe, but I can assure you, if I see somebody in genuine need, okay, let's focus here,
Yeah.
genuine need, or I'm just in the position to make someone's day better, or I'm in the position to do someone a solid, I will do it every single fucking time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just I'm naturally inclined to make somebody else's day better if I can.
Yep. Yeah.
Like, I'll give you one example because this isn't an active charity that I gave for. This is one that I can actually talk about. But I remember back when I was in New York, there was a really busy at Walmart, right? And the line was long and the line was fucking taking forever.
Yep.
And they had somebody at the cashier who wasn't even a cashier. It wasn't even her fucking department, but it was so slammed. They said, "Hey, you need to do this," right? And she was fucking up, man. She was getting stuff wrong. She was taking forever. And the customers in front of me, probably 3 of them, were just fucking terrible to her.
Yep.
You know, they're like, "Hey, you know, they need to fire you," and they walk off. Next person, "Yeah, thanks for making this take fucking 20 minutes," and walk off. Like they're treating her like shit. Like,
Oh yeah, I've
and
seen
I'm
that
easily
happen here
angry.
too. Yeah.
And I'm an easily angered guy. Like back then, I was even more easily angered than I am now. But I saw the situation for what it was. I'm like, oh man, this is fucked, right? And so we pulled up with our groceries, and I got to her, and she looked at me, and she looked at me like a dog who's just expecting to get hit again. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I go, "Hey, I see you're having a bad day, but one time I dropped a car on another car." She's like,
Who?
"What?" I'm like, "Yeah. Oh, you think you're having a bad day?" I go, "One time, man, when I was a mechanic, you know, I was a mechanic at the time, but you know, when I early mechanic jobs, you know, I had a car up on a lift, and mechanic next to me was fixing a car with the door open, and I hit the down lever on it, one not even thinking, and that car come down, and that lift crushed the door of the
Yep.
car next to me. I literally dropped a car on another car because I wasn't fucking thinking." She's like, "You serious?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah." I go explaining that one to my boss. I go, "That was interesting." And by the time she checked me out and got my shit on the way, she was laughing her ass off. You
Yeah.
know, just because you know what, I'm not going to be the one to fucking, you know, make her day worse. Or even if I stayed silent,
Yep.
she would just assume that I was pissed off but not talking about it.
Oh
You know?
yeah. Yep.
So instead, I just told her a funny story about a day that I had that was even worse than hers.
I mean, every time I see someone at the grocery store, you know, berating or fucking trying to belittle fucking the cashier, right? Well, there's one time I asked this one guy, I said, "Why are you trying to be?" I said, "You ever done this job?" He said, "No." I said, "Then shut the fuck up." Because my mom was a cashier. My grandma was, right, too, at a grocery store. And it takes time to learn that, to be a good cashier, fast and effective.
Oh,
Takes time.
yeah.
You know, and
Don't
I can't
happen
stand
overnight.
when people belittle people like that either. I can't. You know, she
Yeah.
was trying to do a job to her best ability. She got thrown to the wolves. What happened?
Oh, yeah, she did. Absolutely.
You know,
Who?
this cashier he was talking about back in New York.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something that I would know. I
Oh,
just
no.
walked it.
He was just telling a story how, you know, he made someone's day better. You know, people were like, "No, you need to be fired, blah, blah, blah." You need, you know, because she had a hard time doing the job. You know, because she got thrown to the
sometimes
wolves.
there's been days, dude, where I was in the Navy. I had a rough time doing my job, and I was able to do it the day before just
Yep.
fine.
Yeah, bad days
Sometimes
happen
you
to
just
everyone,
have those
man.
days,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes you just have those days, and you know, you got to get through it. And hopefully the people around you have enough grace and understanding to understand, hey, maybe you're
Yeah.
having a rough day today, and that
Yep.
it'll be okay the next day, maybe.
Yep.
You know,
Well, it's
or
like
maybe
earlier,
that
earlier this summer, right? I had to go pick up Walmart or Rivers Beds at Walmart, right? Got out, right? Parked. I said, watched the crowd for a little bit, right? It's kind of busy. Got out of the car. This old man, this Vietnam vet, was asking people to help him. And I watched people. I'm like, what the fuck? How come they ain't helping him? He's just asking to go get one of those carts, right? Those little scooters.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I said, what the fuck is wrong with these motherfuckers, right? He said, "Young man, come here." I said, "Yes, sir." I said, what do you need? He said, can you go get, I said, yeah. He said, can you, I said, no, I said, I'll go get it myself. I said, fuck getting what the workers bring. I said, I'll go get it myself, right, for you.
Yeah, just get it done.
And River goes, Dad, I said, son, this is how you fucking help people. When they ask for help, you help them, especially the elderly, right? Especially fucking older vets. You fucking help them. No questions asked. You know,
Nope.
He said, okay, Dad. I said, remember that. I said, hopefully you see me doing it. Hopefully you do that as the older you get in life, too.
You know what I've noticed about life in general? Everybody needs help sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They
And
do. I mean,
what was there was a commercial in the 80s and 90s. Was it Western Union where they said everybody needs help sometime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's,
And I know
it's very true.
and I can speak that from personal experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially when my vertigo has gotten so bad, I can't drive. I mean, I can drive out of town, but it's not safe, right?
Yeah.
So if I get in a car wreck or kill somebody, guess what? They can take my fucking license. And I don't want that to ever happen. I don't want to be in a wreck and possibly kill somebody, you know, because of my disability. So
Mhm.
I had to ask for help from my mom, you know, especially after I got divorced. That was one of the hardest things to do because she's an hour north of me and she's in her 70s. You know, that is very hard right there. Ask for help. But
Oh yeah. Yeah. Back
People
when
get-
yeah.
it's a pride thing. I'm telling people, fuck that pride, because pride is what the fuck was it? Sins, right?
One of the 7 deadly sins.
Pride
Yeah,
goes before the fall.
Yeah.
that too.
So fuck that pride, your ego. If you need help, you fucking ask for it.
Well.
Plain and fucking simple.
That's been one of the hardest things for me to do my whole life is ask someone for help.
Yeah. Rocky,
Because when I would ask someone for help, they would weaponize that or use that against me.
Yeah.
So it made me more standoffish in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I had that used against me when I was married. Eventually, she started trying to weaponize it, you know, towards the end of the marriage. And it sucks when it does that. You know, growing up,
You had vertigo at the time, right? You had
yeah,
vertigo?
I already had the vertigo by the time me and her met. But even like I had to ask for help, you know, before I met her, right? That was the hardest thing to ask for.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like when I fell off the first time I fell off the bike before they knew I had vertigo and all that shit, right? At the bike at the gym, the stationary bike, something you should never fall off of. When I fell off that, people was like, you need help? You need help? I said, I'm fine, I'm fine. And I did need help, but I was like too proud to ask for it because it was kind of embarrassing too.
Oh yeah. It's
Oh,
embarrassing.
Because I was in
Dude,
great I was in great shape, 215 pounds, solid fucking muscle, you know, 6% body fat, all that bullshit. You know, and that shit happens to me. I mean, that's your ego thing. That's the ego coming out. You know, like, no. But over time, you got to ask for help. Ask for it. You know,
I've
It
found
sucks, though.
that
It
since
really
I've,
sucks.
I know.
it sucks. I've found that the older I get, actually, I'll tell you a story. There was a point in 2016, I had made Chief Petty Officer, and I had really bad stomach problems. And they told me to go to the doctor, and they were going to do the what's that freaking procedure? A colonoscopy.
No, endoscopy.
Head over, big boy.
And I could not even wash myself. And I asked my wife, I asked Heidi, I was like, babe, can you wash me? Just like rub part of my body because I couldn't get anything back here, right?
Yep.
And it was important to get back here because you have to be clean for the procedure.
Yep.
And she just did it for me. And she didn't like look at me like I was some stupid idiot or anything, man. It was just like, she's like, okay, yeah, I'll help you. And I wish that more people would look at it like that. Because, she's asked me for help, and I'm like, heck yeah, I'll help you, girl. Yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you no matter what. You know what I mean? And I wish that other people would look at it like that. But man, that pride thing and that worry of being vulnerable is what stops a lot of people from seeking the help they actually need.
Yep.
Mhm.
And that goes with, and that
that's
goes
something
along. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So I think that's something that a lot of people are missing, that part where they can ask someone for help without thinking that it's going to be used and weaponized against them.
And for the longest time, I was afraid to ask for help in therapy. You know, I thought therapy, you go to counselor, right? That's weakness right there. For a long time, I did. But then I realized eventually, after being in it for a little bit, guess what? That takes courage and strength to ask for help on that end.
I
It
mean,
does.
yeah, it does. It does because, like, I remember, like, when I was in Guantanamo Bay, Heidi and I had been married for maybe 4 years, about 2009, 2010, 4 to 5 years by that time. And I was always angry all the time. And she's like, I just want you to be happy. You know, she just wants me to be happy. And I was like, I'm okay. But I wasn't happy because my career wasn't going the way it was. And I was having all these health issues and health problems. And so we went to the doctor and got me some help. And we ended up figuring out, okay, well, maybe you need to try this or do this. But, you know, it was because she was such a great helper or helpmeet to me that I'm able to talk about it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not lost on me, and I do not take it for granted that I actually had a friend who was my wife. She's actually my friend that was willing to, like, okay, you're not doing too good right now. I'm not going to hold it against you. I'm still going to love you, and I'm still going to help you get better.
Yep.
And the benefit was 10 years later, I'm doing a lot better, right? 10, 15 years later, we're now married for 20 plus years, and we're still doing great
Yep.
so far. And I think a lot of people need to take that on board. Like, look, someday you're going to need help, and someday you may need to help somebody else because they need your help. Stop using that against someone and embrace it and show love or care for each other in a way. You know what I mean?
I'm real big on giving help, but man, I am not big on asking for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
I mean,
I'm the same
yeah,
way, bro. I'm the
yeah.
same way.
Because you know what? I needed help back when I was in my 20s, and I wasn't ready to ask for help, but I had to. I was forced to based on my circumstances.
Yep.
And it made me feel like I couldn't handle my shit. And now that, you know, everything is a lot better than it was, I really hesitate to ask for help because it just kind of brings back that shame, you know, of when I should have had shit under control and I didn't.
Yep.
You know, I was asking for help before I was ready. And so now, you know, I almost never ask for it, if at all possible. And if I do, it's only to like the people that are the closest to me. Just because at one point I was forced to ask and I fucking hated myself for it.
Yeah, it's totally understandable, bro. It's hard to ask for help when you're the one that's giving the help to other people most of the time, right? Most of the time, you're the person that's taking on their burden and taking on their hard times and helping them fix the problem or get through it. But when you have the problem, it's hard for you to ask it because you're supposed to be the strong one
Right.
and the mighty one all the time. You know what I mean?
And in your mind, everyone is looking at you going, well, why the hell should I help you if you can't even help the people you're supposed to be helping? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
why
Right.
should I
Exactly.
why should I have to be the strong one for you? Can't you handle your own shit? Like, you took on this responsibility. You trying to tell me you can't handle it?
Yep.
You know, like that's the fucking worst thing a person can feel is, you know, being the help to
Yeah, and I
others
wish-
and then
I wish
asking
that-
for help. Like,
I wish that people would think about, hey, let's bear with each other's burdens and help each other through it. You know what I mean? Like someday you may have a bad day, Gilly, right? And
Yep.
we'll help you through it. And then Mick has a bad day. We help Mick
Yep.
through it. And then I have a bad
Yep.
day and we help me through it, right?
Yep.
And we're all
Yep.
helping each other out. We're not weaker for doing it. We're actually
No.
stronger and better for doing it because we're actually doing what we're made to do in a way. I think. I don't think I sound crazy right now.
No,
no,
Rocky,
you don't
you're
sound
right.
crazy. No,
No,
you don't
you're
sound
right.
crazy.
You are right on that one.
Back in a sec, guys.
You know,
Yep. It's really hard to ask for help, and
Yeah.
I understand that much.
and, and especially for veterans, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to ask help from a civilian. It's someone who never served, who does not understand. You know, that's why it's key for vets to still look out for each other. Really is.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
this is part of what the channel's about right now. It's
Yeah.
about like, look, we don't have a lot of followers, we don't have a lot of subscribers. Barely anyone watches us, and we really appreciate the people
Yeah.
that do.
Yeah.
But if this gets out to other people, maybe we can help other veterans and other people that are going through problems like this and help them get help. And that's what
Well,
it's
they-
really all about.
The main thing is for other vets to know they're not alone. They're not.
Yeah.
Because we all talk about, a lot of times we don't talk about our own struggles a lot. We don't. Now, Thumper does, but I haven't really talked about my struggles. I mean, I have a little bit, but not in detail on things.
You
I know
don't
you
have
talked
to.
about, I know you talked about struggles, but you haven't told us everything either. I know that because it's like me. I haven't
Dude,
told everything either.
I mean, just like the struggle I had since September 10th with Charlie Kirk being
Yeah.
assassinated,
Yeah.
I've gone through this whole other thing where I used to have this
Yeah.
bloodlust, like I wanted to watch Predator all the time, right? And now I
Yep.
don't even want to watch a bug get smashed. It's like, what is? I'm thinking, like, what is wrong with me? I don't want to see death and destruction anymore, but that's what I was all about before, and it's not. It's like, it's not in me to be that way anymore. I can do it if I have to, but I don't want to.
Yep.
And it's weird because I don't think anyone else thinks like that, or maybe they do, but I just never talked to anyone that thinks like that.
Man, what are you drinking? A White Claw?
Nah, seltzer water.
Is that any good?
Yeah, it's good.
It can be good.
Yeah, well, don't want to go too hard,
Yep.
No, you can't.
I do got to work tomorrow, and I got to cook dinner too.
Still got cooked dinner.
Yep.
We gonna be making tonight, man.
Just burgers and fries, man. Nothing fancy.
Nothing fancy.
Nope.
Smash burgers, just regular burgers.
Now we got some pre-made patties we got from Safeway, so I'm gonna make those. And Charlene bought a bag of those Rally's seasoned fries in the frozen section. So we're
Those are good. I will give them. Those are good. Those are good.
If you get them fresh from the restaurant, in my opinion, Rally's best fast food fries ever. The
I
ones
like-
that ain't as good, but they're still pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I found that was awful.
One of my favorite fries was old times was always Steak and Shake. Those real fucking shoestring fries.
Yeah, little
Okay.
fine
I mean,
ones.
they wasn't always the crispiest, but just like how small they was.
Yeah, texturally.
I mean, Rally seasoning. That's hard to beat. Really is.
Yeah.
But if you don't like a lot of seasoning on their shit, Steak and Shake beats fucking McDonald's hands down. To be honest with you, it does.
Oh yeah.
Remember when I talked about the apple cobbler thing? I'm going to the store and I'm buying a shit for tomorrow. I'm making
Whop?
apple cobbler.
You gonna make a whop?
I'm gonna make apple cobbler, not a wop.
Hey, well, you said pie, so
Yeah, I know. Warm apple pie.
so I couldn't resist throwing that in there. So you gonna make
Yeah,
some
I
more
know.
of that? Nice.
I know. It's funny.
Did the kids actually eat some of it?
Nope.
What the fuck is wrong with them kids?
Dude,
They're retarded.
I mean, if you got a chance to eat homemade cobbler, why not do it? With
dude,
ice cream?
my middle son, the one's coming home this evening, he don't eat cheese.
It's not chicken nuggets. It's not dino nuggets, and it's not pizza.
Well, Vic, how old is he?
21.
Okay, well, I did not eat cheese until I was 22. Like a
All right.
cheeseburger, I would not.
All right.
Because growing up, I used to love cheese, right? Until one day, my brother and my cousin tied me to a tree in Daddy and Papa's yard, right? In the backyard, and force-fed me fucking chunks of cheese. After that, I'm like, I'm done with cheese after that. No, they did. I mean, they terrorized me, but also terrorized their back,
pretty
too.
fucking funny.
They overpowered you, Gilly?
Dude, they were fucking older than me.
How
And
much
bigger
older?
than me. Dude, I was only like fucking 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah,
How
he wasn't,
old
he wasn't
were they?
jacked quite yet.
I was not jacked yet. No, I'm still strong.
Okay.
but they could overpower me. But then I got their ass back. Especially my brother, right? Later on, when I got free, Grandpa was checking the cows, right? So he had his double-headed double-headed axe, right?
Yeah.
And here comes my brother swinging down from the hayloft, right? Guess what? I had that axe. I swung like a ball bat. My brother let go. He let go. Thank God. And then they wondered why, when they was watching TV, one night I took a aluminum bat and busted them on their head with it.
Ouch.
I mean, hey, you're gonna do that. I'm gonna get you back eventually. I mean, I didn't hit it hard. I didn't swing it like a baseball bat.
Right. Just,
That's why motherfuckers. And I've ran my brother over with the fucking 3-wheeler before. Because he's like, it's my turn. And he tried to dive, do like a fucking, action hero thing, right? Hit that kill switch. And I ran his ass over. I thought I killed him. I was like, oh, fuck. But he laid there and just motionless, right? So I ran inside, got behind Dad. I just stayed there. And my brother walked in. My brother goes, your face, you got white as a ghost. I was like, but he goes, but I got all the 3-wheeler. So no, the cheese thing I get. It took me a long time to eat cheese, even melted. Now I will not, and that cheese has to be melted before I'll eat it. Has to be. No, I get that.
Dude,
it's just gonna pain me, man.
when I was
I got like grilled burgers tonight that I can't put cheese on.
Yep. Yeah. But eventually he might come around on that and start liking it again.
Oh, probably.
Oh,
Good one.
she's making banana nut bread, dude.
nice. Hey, Heidi.
The last time she made banana nut bread was in Guantanamo Bay, and we had a fight about it, right? She made this banana nut bread, and it was like there for a week, and it started growing mold. And I love banana nut bread with butter.
Took the mold
And I
off.
ate-
You're good.
I cut all the stuff off. She's like, I'm never making it again. I'm like, fine, you suck,
But Heidi,
But
put a little peanut butter in there.
So,
Put a little peanut butter in there. It works. Trust me on that one.
peanut
Yeah, a
butter,
little ketchup while you're at it.
No, not ketchup, but mix a little peanut butter in there with it. You know what?
mustard.
Oh, God damn it.
See, I
No,
would
when I
really-
make
I like a
when I
slice.
make
I
banana-
like a slice of banana bread with a nice big coat of butter on it.
When
Yeah.
banana bread, guess what I mix in it with it? Fucking peanut butter. And you can't tell it's there once it's all baked. Cannot.
Well, I can't imagine it being
How does
bad. I mean, peanut butter is delicious.
Peanut butter's great. So I would have never thought of that, but that sounds pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. Because, I mean, when River likes to make it, guess what? It was his idea. Put some peanut butter in there, right? Okay, put it in there.
How do you put in walnuts or pecans?
Walnuts.
I'm
Walnuts.
looking for walnut. Can't find them.
Hey, if you got some chunky peanut butter, that'll work too.
Yeah.
In a pinch. I mean, it would. But the pecans, I like the pecans better in it, to be honest with you.
I
You can go either way,
I
depending on
grew
your
up
taste,
eating
you know?
walnuts.
Yeah,
I grew up eating
walnut-
walnuts. So pecans, I'll try. But I want both to try to see
I
the
mean,
difference. You know what
I mean, if you like a walnut, you'll like a pecan. Put it that way.
Pretty much. It's
I
a
got
different flavor, but the texture is real similar.
Yeah.
Pecans a little crispier.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got it. And the sweetness level, depends on who you ask. They're about the same, I think, anyways.
Yeah, I say texturally they're a bit different, but yeah, flavor wise they're pretty similar.
Oh, yeah. So, like here in Missouri, guess what? We got pecan trees everywhere. So we grew up on that and walnuts too. So,
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I told you, growing next to my house growing up, we had a big old fucking black walnut tree.
yep.
Wait till it fucking drop, take them green skin fruits, man, pull them walnuts out, man, even raw on the ground, man. They were
Yeah.
delicious.
I know. I remember, shell those motherfuckers with my grandma Gillespie, right?
Mhm.
When I was little. Because she always loved walnut pie, right? Making pies with it or breads with it.
Yep.
Dude, you gotta shell a lot of them motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, and you're doing by hand, not a machine. I mean, you got a little thing.
Little
Dude, that
cracker,
wears your
yeah.
hands out. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got the fucking roughly equal like shell to meat ratio, so you're
Yeah.
tearing away as much shell or more as you're getting nut.
Yep. Oh yeah. I mean, they're good, but it's like nowadays, if I can buy it, the walnuts, I'm gonna buy it. Even though in this neighborhood I live in, we got black walnut trees everywhere, right?
Well,
I'm like, River goes, Dad. I said, we'll just buy it. He said, why? I said, trust me on this one, son. You don't want to fucking do as many as I did growing up.
Well, and also, man, when you're skinning those fucking things, and man, that whatever's in those fucking rinds on the outside, man, stain you black.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But you got to get all that shit out. You don't want to eat that part. Put it that way. Be right
That's what
back.
I'm saying. When you get rid of it, yeah, you got to be wearing gloves, or else your shit's gonna get stained like permanently. Oh dear, it would appear that I'm alone here. Rocky's on mute, Thumper is eating, and Gilly is doing God knows what. Well, what do we have here on the Facebook? Let's
That's like what I make. And also, too, one of the things I put in my banana bread, right, is also a little bit of maple syrup, too.
Yeah, that
You know?
follows.
Hey, what
What?
were you talking about? That stains?
Oh, when you got a black walnut, when
Oh,
it
black
falls off
walnut.
the tree, it's got a green rind around it. It looks kind of like one of the mini navel oranges, only green.
Yep.
And
Oh.
inside of it, especially if you let it sit in the ground for a while, there is something inside of it that it will stain dark green or black depending on when you pull it off. The riper it is, the more black it gets. And that shit, I would get the stuff on my hands, and it does. Soap and water does nothing. Like, that stain goes when it feels like it.
Yeah. It comes off eventually.
Eventually.
Oh,
But it's basically like ink. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
it comes off when it pleases.
exactly, though. Yeah, but I mean, banana bread, I mean, it's hard to beat, man. It is.
Yeah.
You know,
Dude,
Oh yeah.
she makes the most amazing banana bread, and I would scarf that stuff up in Guantanamo Bay. And then one day it was like a week, and Andrew and Nate would not eat it, right? And I was like, I cannot let this go to waste because it's all mold growing. So I'd shave
Yes.
the mold up, right? Because it was wrapped in like foil and like a Ziploc bag, or like, the saran wrap kind of thing.
Yep.
And then I just like, fuck it. I'm gonna eat the whole thing. And I put butter in it. And she saw that I ate it, and she's like, I'm never making it again. I'm like, well, fine. You suck, And she's making it now. It's like, I'm stoked about it because, man, she makes amazing banana bread.
well, that's the thing with fresh bread. It's gonna go bad quicker than store-bought shit.
And oh man, it was so good. Like I've not forgotten about that bread since
Well,
2009.
Well, I remember the first time I got a care package on the 5 in Japan from my grandma had zucchini bread in it, right? And I gave you some. You're like, hey, you got any more of that? I said, motherfucker, this is mine. I gave you a couple pieces, but I only had like 2 loaves of zucchini bread. And I'm like,
It was like that bread that the elves had in fucking Lord of the Rings. The elves bread. I'm playing. Making shit
yeah,
up.
no, I mean, yeah. I'm like, this is the one thing. Now the jerky, I give it to people or sell it to people, right? The deer jerky, right? But that zucchini bread, that was one of the things I'm like, I'll share it with some, but not a whole lot. Put that away.
I fucking hate zucchini, but you know what? A well done zucchini bread is actually good.
I know. I'm the same way. That's the only way I would eat zucchini was in bread. Only way.
Yeah. It's
You guys ever
gross.
tried spaghetti with zoodles?
Yes, it's not the same. It's not the same.
It's not the same, but we eat it here, and I'm getting used to it because, like, when I eat the actual freaking real noodles, I get all bloated. I look like fucking Jabba the Hutt or some shit.
Now,
That's
what-
I look like?
Now, I used to get that way before I started using the bronze cut, right? It's only got 3 ingredients in it, right? Doesn't have any of that other bullshit added to it. It's not slick pasta. It's fucking rough. The bronze cut. That shit does not bloat me at all versus the slick stuff. Yeah.
Does it hold more sauce because it's coarser?
Yep. But it's also just fucking your simulated fire wheat,
Yeah.
right? That's it. Pretty
Okay.
much. That's all. It's actually traditional pot like they do back in Italy, right?
Oh, semolina pasta is the best. Absolutely. Yeah.
So you got like minimal ingredients in it. You ain't got all that other bullshit. So
No.
technically, it's actually good for diabetics too. Because it doesn't have all that added bullshit to it.
And it's probably got the fiber intact too, so it doesn't break down quite so quick.
Yep. That's the way pasta I use nowadays is the bronze cut. That's it. Little Tate same way. That's all he uses too.
Bronze cup, huh?
Yep.
You get that at your local grocery store, or you got to order it?
No, I get that from Walmart. Carries it.
All right, I'll look for that at Safeway next time we
Yeah.
go.
It's actually like Walmart, like Rouse has a brand, right? Has a kind bronze cup.
Yeah.
Yep. It shows 2 ingredients on there, but I know there's 3 because you got to have water.
Oh yeah, obviously.
You know, but they don't list water on there, so they list 2 ingredients. You know. Damn, Rocky, now you got me hungry for fucking banana bread now.
Yeah, right.
I didn't mean to do that. I
No.
did not mean to.
I mean, I'm not big on sweets, but bread like that, it makes it right. You get some fucking butter, make it hot, get some butter put on there.
Oh
Fuck yeah.
Well, see, between
Dude,
especially when I was a
it's some of
teenager,
the best bread.
between me, my father, and all my teenage friends, my mother would bake a loaf of banana bread every single week. Every week she'd do a fucking banana bread.
And also too, if you're in the mood for French toast, guess what? Banana bread, zucchini bread, all that makes great French toast.
I hadn't thought of that. That sounds good though.
It
Dip
does.
that shit in egg and fucking little cinnamon.
Yeah.
You know
nutmeg
who
and fry
made
it
some
up.
amazing French toast? Guantanamo Bay made amazing toast, dude. The galley at Guantanamo Bay, and then the galley that was on the det fac that was in the camps where the detainees were. I ate there a couple times because I did commissions, right? So I had to drive I was part of the guy that would drive a convoy for the terrorists, the suspected terrorists, to go get the court case, right? Missions.
Yep.
And we would eat there, and I'm like, man, they made some amazing food there.
The Rocky,
Speaking of which,
you-
what'd you get, Thumper?
Huh?
I said, speaking of food, what'd you get?
Oh, I got a California burger with bacon on it and fries and smoky fry sauce.
Beauty.
Delicious.
From where?
From where?
Freddy's.
Oh,
Like
Freddy's.
California, I take it has avocado on
Freddy's
it.
Pretty good.
No avocado.
Really? What makes it a California burger then? Because every time you see something advertised as California, it's because it's got avocado.
Yeah, but that's nowadays. But back in the day, California didn't put avocado on everything. Back in the day.
It's lettuce, tomato, onion, and a Thousand Island sauce with cheese. And that's about it. But then I added bacon. It was good.
But Rocky, since Heidi's making that bread, guess what? Try the French toast method with that bread. Day-old bread or 2-day-old bread. Try it.
Oh yeah,
I'll-
Thumper. We're talking about banana bread now.
Okay.
Yeah, we went from
It's Heidi's
PTSD
making-
to banana bread.
Heidi's
Makes
making
sense.
a banana bread. So
Yeah, makes
Right.
sense.
Dude, she has not made banana bread since 2009. So I'm so happy.
I don't have to get
She
Charlene
makes
to
the
do
most
that.
amazing banana bread, man. The most to me, she makes the most amazing banana bread. But
You know, my mother's coming in the spring. I should have her show my wife how to make the banana bread right. Because Charlene ain't never made one.
what? She never.
Nope. Haven't had banana bread since I left home back in 2008.
I need to send y'all my recipe before I let y'all try it. See how y'all like it.
Fuck it. Send it.
I'll send it because I mean it's actually River's recipe because that's what he fucking likes making, right?
Hey, whatever, man.
So I'll send it. I mean, it's got a little peanut butter, a little maple syrup in it.
Hey, sounds good. I'm going to deep fry it.
Oh, that would be good. Oh, make the batter right instead of pouring it into the pan, right? Guess what? You scoop it out like a hush puppy, right? Deep
Drizzle
fry
that
that
shit,
bitch.
like drop that shit into some oil, like them,
Or
like
a funnel cake,
yeah,
like a funnel cake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a pot full of grease that'll do the job. Oh, yes, I do.
I mean, with that mixture, you can do a lot of things with it. That's what
Sure.
you know.
Batter's bad. Dude, a banana bread corn dog. You dip the fucking hot dog in the batter. Deep fry that
Dude.
shit.
You got your sweet and your
Wait,
savory.
what did-
Yes, you
Yes.
hold
do.
on, Heidi said something. What did you say, Mick?
I said that would be so good, but what
A banana
What
bread
did you
corn
say?
dog. You take your banana bread batter, you put your hot dog on a stick in there, and then you deep fry that shit.
Dude, that would be amazing.
Wouldn't that be epic?
Imagine,
Or
like,
even a
what would
hot
that
dog
taste like? Putting mustard on it. you
Or
know?
but
or just butter or whatever.
or
Yeah.
syrup
I
on it.
know, like,
Just like-
what would
or
that
you take
taste
it-
like?
Oh,
That would be
syrup.
pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Put some syrup on it.
Or
Yeah.
take a sausage,
Yeah.
right? Like like sausage links, breakfast sausage links. Dip that in. They're kind of like a pancake on a batter, right? Pancake.
Like
You know,
cake on a stick.
yes,
Pancake on a
yes.
stick, bro. Pancake on
We're
a
getting
stick.
some galley ideas here, man.
Or this
Oh,
is the Pfeiffer's Galley talking again, eh?
Yeah, we can still talk about food on this one too. Just the other one, we actually make it. That's the thing.
Well, that's where the execution
We
is.
can
Like,
talk-
here's the ideas, over there's the execution.
Yes,
Well,
and
we
we're
said-
trying.
But dude, no, a banana
We said
bread
on this
batter
podcast
fucking
we
corn
can
dog. Oh hell yeah!
And anybody who's watching us on this one, right? If they get curious about us on the galley, come on over and watch us on that on Fridays.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
We-
Okay,
we
then
wear
you know what,
skimpy
Gilly,
outfits.
you got to send me
Tell them
that
we wear
fucking
skimpy
recipe. I'm
outfits
gonna
like
do this.
OnlyFans.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Rocky.
No,
Go ahead.
no.
I would say tell them we wear skimpy outfits like OnlyFans so they watch us more. I'm just playing.
I ain't wearing no skimpy outfit. That's for damn
That's
sure.
normal. We dress normal.
We
That's
ain't
like
gonna
a-
have Thumper in a fucking God damn it,
A banana hammock.
Speedo. Speedo. Yeah, banana.
I
hammock.
could throw on a pair of
Oh, he's
boxer
gonna,
briefs
he's
and
gonna
a
wear that
white
peanut
beater,
butter
that's about
suit,
it.
the banana suit with peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. You know,
So if I wear a wife beater, would they want to see it covering everything, or do I want to pull it up a little bit so half my gut shows? Because I don't know how this
half
works.
your gut show
Yeah.
half the gut.
Okay,
Look
all
like
right. So
the
you got
guy
to do a
from Star Wars
little male
episode.
cleavage, so to speak.
Yes, yes.
Kind of like
Oh,
fucking
man.
Bill on King of the Ring, King of the Hill, right? Kind of like
Right?
Bill.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Wait a minute.
There's some in there.
Uh,
Oh, that smells
yeah, I
good.
mean, Beck, I'll send you that. I'll send you all that recipe. Have you all try it, see how you like it.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're doing this. We're absolutely fucking doing this.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
I'm gonna send y'all
I'm
my.
gonna make a.
I
I'm
have-
gonna make a fucking banana bread corn dog when Gilly
Well, I'm
sends
gonna
me the
send
recipe.
you River's recipe for banana bread, right?
Or, yeah, banana bread corn dog. I'm making it.
And see how y'all like it. I mean, I helped them. I helped them make it, but I mean, I've given it to people. They love it. You know, I mean, and he eats that shit up too. I mean, I eat like one or two pieces. That's it. He will eat that whole fucking thing.
Yeah, he's a growing boy, man. He's
I mean, he's like Rocky when it comes to banana bread. Put it that way.
Dude, Heidi has made so many good things over the
Yeah.
years that it's like,
You
but
got
that's
lucky.
when,
You got lucky. You married a great cook.
I know,
You did.
I'm blessed beyond belief.
Yep.
I'm blessed beyond belief, and I'm completely 100% thankful for her.
Now, here's how I measure a potential wife, right? You know, how is their fried chicken right there?
Like Steve
Yes.
Harvey video.
Yes, because here in the Midwest, Thumper can just say, you know, for Iowa, guess what? If you can't cook fried chicken, guess what? Then you ain't wife material. Put that away.
That is true.
You know,
That is true. If you're from the Midwest and you don't do fried chicken good,
Yep.
you can fuck right off.
it has to be put this way. It has to be better than my mama's fried chicken. You know,
I don't know if like you guys remember those like countertop fryers? They're like the
Mhm.
electric ones,
yeah.
old school ones where they throw a bunch of fucking lard on
Yeah.
it, had
Got
the
the
fucking
cord.
heating element with
Yeah.
the cord.
Yeah.
Dude, that produced some of the best fried fucking chicken
Yeah.
you've
It's
ever had. It was
it's the
crazy.
fried it's the fried skillet, not the fried egg, the fried skillet, people. It's
It-
actually the skillet.
Well, it was you know, it
Yeah,
was
but-
heat.
But it's still a skillet. It's what they call it.
Yeah, I guess
You
that's
know.
what dude, I just called it a fryer because it
Yeah.
was a fucking, you know, and it would get everything
Fucking-
hot enough and you could fry right in
Fucking
it.
a square fucking fryer is what it
rectangle.
all was. Yeah.
Well, it was a rectangle. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
longer than it was wide, but yeah, it was that produced some of the best fried chicken in the
Yeah.
80s and early 90s, dude. That was like that like one appliance was like a staple in every house.
See,
And-
mom's fried chicken was always in a stainless steel pan. You know, it was a deep pan.
Yeah.
Fryer, right? She still got that motherfucker to this day. That's something she's older than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Dude, those electric fryers, they were
Oh my
fucking
God.
amazing, dude. We use those all the time. Like we
It
would
worked.
do fried zucchini in it. We would do like we would batter zucchini pieces and fry it, deep fry it. So fucking good.
Oh.
We'd do deep fried cauliflower, deep fry. I mean, we would deep fry everything in that bitch, including bluegill. You know?
Well, anything can be deep fried. Sweets can be ice cream can be deep fried. Anything can be deep fried.
Yeah. But it's
You
just
know?
something about that one appliance that it was like you could not reproduce the fry
Yep.
on a chicken from that thing to some
Yeah.
like a pot. You know what I
Yep.
mean? It just didn't work. It was weird.
Yep.
The flavor and everything, the crispiness, it was like dead on with that electric fryer. It was crazy. But pretty awesome. Like
Yep.
now I'm getting nostalgic and I'm like, fuck, I wish I had one of those.
Oh,
Because I got a roaster from the 50s. I have a roaster from the 50s in my basement. It has its own cabinet that it sits on, and it still works.
Vic's
Dude,
gonna
my,
be.
my toaster is from the late 50s, early 60s.
Oh, nice,
And
nice,
fucker
nice.
still works beautifully, makes perfect toast every time.
Now
Things that
Thumper's
people
gonna be
come up
like
with.
how I am. If I want something right now, guess what? He's gonna buy it
Yeah.
now. He's gonna find
I'm
one
gonna-
now, guaranteed.
I'm gonna fucking find me. I wonder if I could find one actually.
Now, what
See?
was the
Wonder-
brand? Do you know?
It's Oyster. Oyster made some of them too.
Oyster did, or Oyster, or whatever it's called. Yeah, they did, but the ones that were really good never had a name on them. It was like a flower pattern, like this yellow brown with a flower pattern around it.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know what that brand is either, but we all saw them.
Yeah.
Holy shnikes.
Antique. Let's see if I can find one.
It's right here where you're talking about right here. Walmart still sells them too, right here. That's what he's talking about right there.
It's not up yet. Yeah, an electric skillet, yeah, with the glass
Yeah.
cover. But that is not. I want the one from like the 80s.
I know, but I'm saying, but they still make it. What I'm saying.
Yeah, because you can do roasting and stuff like that. I always call it a fucking fryer. I know it's a skillet, but
Yep.
that's all we ever used it for was fucking frying. We never used it for like, you know what I mean? It was like,
Yeah. Well, yeah, same way. I mean, we did the same thing, but we also had Fry Daddy and Dutch ovens too.
Fry Daddy, Fry Mama, yep.
Yep.
Oh shit! Here's an 16-liter commercial high pressure fried chicken machine.
Oh my God! How much is that?
$859.
No, I don't
like
need
a pressure cooker fryer combo. Is that what it is?
No, it's a pressure fryer.
Right.
It
So you got to lock the
actually
lid down like a pressure cooker and it
Yeah,
fries.
it's kind of like KFC's. That's how they get their.
Super crispy.
That's how. I mean, that's what makes KFC's great, right?
How fast does that cook a whole piece of chicken? Then it's got to be fast.
It can do it pretty fast. Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Fuck.
It'll be under fucking around 10 minutes or so, because even pan fried chicken, right, dude, that takes a fucking while to pan fry.
It uses a ceramic heater element. God damn, that's really nice.
Now, Rocky, when she gets that bread done, if we're not on here still, guess what? You got to send a picture of that to the group. That bread, got to.
It even has an oil. It even has a thing to drain the oil out of it, so you don't have to like try to dump it or anything.
You know what's so cool about this episode, guys? We had like 6 people watching at one time. That's pretty neat.
I mean, we're getting
That's
more and
pretty
more people watching us now too. We are, all the lives, which is good.
I'm hoping that with people watching it, they'll pass it on to veterans so that we can help them too.
Or that, or share it, or you don't have to be a veteran, to actually listen to what we say too.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I mean, you
I've
can
given-
be anybody, but go ahead, Brad. I was going to say something. You go, bro.
I was gonna say, I've shared our link to non-veterans quite a bit actually, or people that have family in the service too.
Hey, tell Fat Boy to get his ass on here. If he's watching, yes, I did call him Fat Boy.
I'll talk to him. He's yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll talk to him. He's got some shit going on, so
Yep.
I mean nothing crazy, but
Yeah.
oh man.
No, I really want this to be like a thing that helps people, no matter if they're veterans or not. To let them know they're not alone. Because I think we've all known what it's like to feel we're completely alone and we have nobody. And that's probably one of the worst feelings in the world.
Yep.
The worst thing to like know and then feel it at the same time. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Well, and food can bring people together too. That's why we
Yes,
like
it
talking about
can.
food. Yep. Food brings people together.
Oh man, I could
Yeah.
do a freaking whole half-hour lecture on food and the way it brings people together historically and all that. Like, there's a lot to it.
Talk about it, Mick. Let's go, bro.
Well,
Let's hear
I
the
mean,
wisdom. Let's go.
well, I don't know how much wisdom I've got, but when it comes to food, right? Historically speaking, food's hard to come by, right? I mean, historically, not now, but generally speaking, you know, that's why you had peas pudding and all the, you know, the meatloaf during the Depression and those burgers we talk about, the slug burgers with the potatoes in them and the onion burgers, like people trying to make food last, right? Food was tough to come by. And so if you fed somebody else back in the day and you weren't wealthy, that was kind of a significant act. You know, it ain't like today when you walk into a grocery store, you see a beggar, you walk out with a bag of fried chicken, say, hey, here you go, man. Yeah, I mean, it's nice, but for us, it's not a profound act. You take some dude who is, you know, out in the rain, he's fucking cold, he knocks on your door and says, hey, man, I'm hungry. If you weren't a wealthy man, like, asking for food was a tough fucking ask. And if you fed somebody, that was an important thing. So you've got that aspect of it. And then when you get a little further on, you've got the artistry that came with food. They figured out how to caramelize things and how to bake things and what mixtures of this and that does this and that and how to get fancy with it, right? So now you've got an aspect of artistry to it. Like, not only are you feeding somebody, but you're saying, hey, I put creative work into making this more than it needs to be nutritionally. Because let's face it, half the bullshit we eat, we don't need to eat this stuff. I mean, do we need crispy, crunchy, delicious fried chicken? No, we just need a piece of chicken that's hot enough to not make. We just need a piece of chicken that's hot enough to not make you sick, right?
Whoa, it needs to be crispy and crunchy.
Strictly nutritionary. I'm talking to function the human body. We don't need it, right? But we have all this extra stuff we do to make it extra freaking awesome in the mouth. And when you combine those two things, you know, you take the necessity of feeding another human being and then you mix it with the artistry of making food more than it needs to be. It's kind of a profound thing when you make somebody a delightfully crafted dish and you hand it to them.
Yes, yes.
And it was so much more important, even 100 years, like even just 100 years ago, way more important to do that back then than it is now. But that's the way it was for most of human history.
Yeah, I mean, you know what that makes me think of? The movie The Last Samurai, where they're showing Tom Cruise how they like.
I never saw that one.
Dude, it's a great
watch
movie.
that one. It's good.
I've heard it was.
It's a really good movie.
It's good.
And like in the movie, the Japanese people that he's in the town with, because he was taken hostage, right?
Yeah.
They're teaching him how to like eat the Japanese way, and their whole way of eating is like this beautiful artistry. It's almost like a dance when you eat with the food. And it's really cool to watch because like that's their culture. And you're like, wow, that's pretty fucking cool. We never knew that because all we knew is, hey, there were our enemies in World War II. We didn't know anything about the 1800s on before that, right?
Feudal Japan,
But
yeah.
the way they portrayed that in the movie, it made it, to me, in 2003, I took Heidi to go see it. I respected that. I was like, this is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Their food is a work of art, and it really tastes great because, you know, we ate Japanese food before, and that shit's fucking awesome.
And certain places, right, you get away from like Yokosuka and all that, you get into smaller villages, you know, which I've been, I know Rocky's been too, you know, smaller towns.
Yeah.
Some of their places are like that. Food is just massive. I mean, it just looks beautiful.
Yeah.
You know,
The food is life, and the food is like what brought people together. That
Yeah.
culture, that
Yeah.
love, just the way they laid a ladle or a spoon down was just
Yeah.
a work of art, and it was pretty cool to see.
And I know that I have a buddy back in the day. He was Korean, and he went to Korea, spent some time there, because he was
Yep.
adopted from there. So he went back to get to know the place again. And he said one of the things they do there is when you sit down at a table, like a family or like friends and all that, you sit down at the
Mhm.
table and they've got like pots of food. Okay, they do it,
Yep.
kind of like not, you have a plate, but you take it, you put it on your plate, then you eat it.
Yeah,
And
family
I
style.
guess,
That's what you do.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I guess with them, what you do is you find the dish you want, you find the best looking piece, and you take it and you drop it on the plate of the oldest person at the table.
Yep.
And that's how
Which-
they roll.
And I can concur with that one because my cousin, he married a Korean when he was stationed over there, right? When they come back home,
Mhm.
right? That's how his wife was. That's how his wife was. So,
Yep.
yes.
So, yep.
Then I'll tell you one thing. Her fucking Korean is hard to fucking beat. I'm telling you. Every time, because I was working power play, right? I get a call from mom, dad, right? Hey, they're home. Come by. They're having supper. Aunt Cindy and Uncle Larry's. I didn't care if I was working a 12-hour shift. I fucking was covered in coal dust. Guess where I was at? I was going over there.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah. No, you're right on that one.
But yeah, food's one of those things, man. Like, especially like I said, you combine both the necessity of it for
Yep.
survival and the artistry and historically how difficult it is to get it, and it's a thing that brings people together like no other.
And that's what's missing today in today's society is all that bullshit.
I mean, what's
There
the
ain't too
first
many
thing
families that get together no more like they used to back in the day.
Well, back in the day, what's the first thing that used to happen when you moved into a new neighborhood?
You had fucking people coming over, like,
Coming over with a pie, coming over with a whatever, and hey,
Yep.
there you go.
and that happened when I moved here. This old lady across road, she brought us cookies, right? Homemade cookies
Yep.
and stuff. And yeah,
I tell you, I come home, fucking work, put my shit down, go grab a beer, and Charlene hands me a freaking container full of homemade fucking Cheez-Its.
oh yeah,
Man, nothing like it, dude.
which I gotta make mine. I haven't tried that recipe out on making them, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
try it out.
Oh, they're so good, dude.
Yeah.
If she puts in like just this little touch of cayenne, so after about the third one, you start registering just a little bit of heat, like
Yep.
just enough.
Yep. I'm gonna try it out because if it's any good, if I like the recipe I have right, guess what? Then I'm gonna put them on the fucking smoker.
Well, if you don't like it, just let me know. I'll find the recipe
I will.
that I originally gave Charlene,
Yeah.
and you can substitute the dairy for your version of it, and
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, and that's what I have to do with the word I have. I got to substitute, my version of dairy.
Yeah.
All it.
Margarine and
Yep.
vegetable cheese. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah. Homemade cheese. That was one of the things I love to this day is Cheez-Its, right?
Oh yeah.
You put those on, fucking crunch them up. You put them on fucking salad. If you eat salad right, put it on there right. Oh
Now,
yeah.
Can you eat Cheez-Its? Is there enough cheese in there to cause you problems?
Yes. Yep.
Shit.
Yep.
And it was processed, so maybe I was thinking
Yep.
maybe it didn't have enough to bother you, but it does. All right.
Yep. But what's funny though? The Cheez-Its does bother me on that end, right? Those fucking those cheese balls, the big old container of cheese balls, right?
Yeah.
Guess what? I could eat that just fine, but guess what? It stuffs me the fuck up. That's why I'm still plugged up to this day.
Oh.
Those, for some reason, just affect me a different way. So I don't even eat those no more. I'm like, nope, because that is my kryptonite right there. Those go good on those are crushed up good on anything. To be honest with you. Pizza, pasta.
Yeah, those Planters and Grimm's cheese balls. Oh fuck yeah, dude.
But I get the Uggs, right? The Oogs, right? The big
Yep.
old. I would get the big old barrel of those motherfuckers.
We're just starting to get Oog over here in Washington.
All those things like River. He goes, Dad, can I get the big old barrel? I'm like, are you gonna fucking actually eat the barrel? He's like, well, yeah.
Yeah. Kid that age,
What's
of course, he's gonna murder the thing.
Well, actually, he does too. But he'll he will sit there, say, if he knows I'm still sleeping right when he gets up, guess what? He tries to sneak that as breakfast. I'm like, you ain't doing what I try to do at your age, son. On it.
Mhm.
Which I did that because mom and dad sometimes, like during summertime, they had to be at work. So when me and my brother woke up, guess what? It was free for all. You know, like chips, crackers, or whatever, cookies for
Home Alone,
breakfast.
man. Just chowing down a tub of sherbet.
That I did that before too. Yes.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
On it. On it. How's the bread smelling, Rocky?
It smells amazing, bro. I
She
can
got it
actually
back.
smell
She got it in
it.
the oven already.
No, she's making the batter?
The dough, yeah.
She's making the dough right now.
Yep.
I really,
What's-
dude, this is so cool. I have not seen this in like
But you know
since
what's funny?
2009.
Yeah.
2009. So 2009.
You've already told the story.
Well, I it's been a while, but I don't even know how long that is now.
But you know what's funny though? Banana bread is not like a true bread. It's not.
Cake.
Yeah, it's more like a cake bread in a way.
Yeah, it's fucking delicious either way.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
mean, that's
care.
what's
I love
funny. We
it.
call it bread, right? But it's more like cake.
Well, well,
Dude, it you know when she makes it, it's in like the shape of a loaf of bread.
Yeah,
And
that's how I make it too. I put it in my fucking
Yeah.
meatloaf pan. I put it in my meatloaf pan is what I do.
sometimes
got
my
that-
mom would make it in a bun cake pan, so it would be circular.
Oh yes. Those old butt cake pans, man. You
That
can
was a
make
good
great.
cheat, man.
You can make great monkey bread with those right there.
Yeah, so I've heard. My mother never made that, but I know what it is. That and my mother would always make pound cake.
That was lemon pound cake with some fucking chocolate milk.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
You could not beat that grown up. Could not.
Nope. And then I go ride my bike for 2-3 miles and burn it all off, so I never got fat.
Don't Thumper
Lucky
thinking, but
you.
I see his eyes are twitching.
No, I'm looking for that video.
Oh, you're still looking for that son bitch?
You still looking
No,
like
for a
goddamn
deer.
chicken fryer.
No, I'm
What are you
looking for
looking-
that video for the deer that I was telling you about.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I can see his eyes are twitching. I'm like, what's he looking
I
at
thought
now?
he was through a rabbit hole that we could talk about.
No,
Because
there's
he
a-
has some good questions. Like who has the Chat GPT or AI with them right now?
I do. I have both.
I got both
Do you have
too.
a good- Well, hey, rabbit hole those questions, bro, and we'll talk about it later because what we
I will.
talked
I
about
do.
on Sunday, dude, that was so interesting. Like it was awesome.
Yeah, trust me, I do all kinds of rabbit hole stuff. So, I mean, it's only a matter of time, and I'll come up with some more stuff for sure.
But I like the rabbit hole questions you asked because they
But
were
Rocky,
really interesting.
Brother,
Yeah.
you can do the same thing. You can download it too.
I know, but the rabbit holes I go down are not like they're way deeper. And they're way more controversial than what we would talk about normally.
I walked
Wow.
into rabbit hole land. Great.
We haven't talked about controversial shit on here before.
Well, not the shit I want to talk about. I'm just saying the stuff you guys do, it's freaking amazing. So it's like I will try the rabbit hole that thing, but I don't think it'll go as well as what you guys ask.
when you get a new phone, get the Google Pin Pro XL.
Yeah, it's going to be a while. This is an 11. I've had it for 5 years. And
That's
I'm
time for a
waiting
new
till-
phone.
It is. But dude, it's been time for a long time, but we don't want the payment.
Oh.
Like if I'm
Basically-
going to get a phone, here's what I want to do. If I'm going to get a phone for my wife and me, I'm going to
Yep.
get a new Apple Watch for her and me, and we're going to pay that shit off. So we're just paying for the phone service.
I'm telling you, go Google. It's better than Apple. I'm telling you it is. And I had an Apple too. So
I
Here you
have
go, Billy, I
Android
found
and
it.
only Android.
I just sent
have
it to you.
Android.
I love Android.
Android's the best.
I do. I love it more than Apple, but because of my family circumstances and how we communicate, Apple works the best for us right now. So
Google
unless I
Google
get,
phones do the same shit pretty much, if not better.
I
They
know,
do.
I know,
Be
I
right
know.
back. I'm gonna share this video Thumper just sent me. You're gonna love this one.
This is
Oh,
this
boy.
is
Hilarious.
But I gotta take a piss first, so I'll be right back.
so this is right across the river from me. It's right across the river from me. Because I live in Davenport. Moline is literally like right across the river from me. So what he's gonna show is fucking hilarious. It just happened yesterday, I think, or the day before. Can't remember. But we have a place called Menards here. It's like
Heard of
a you've heard of
Oh, I
it.
know
It's like
Menards.
it's a
I've heard of Menards,
it's a
yeah.
lumber yard and a hardware place. They've got
Like,
everything there basically.
Yeah, like coastal kind of.
Yeah, I think it's like a Lowe's or a Home Depot.
Yeah.
But they have it's more Midwest though. It's getting bigger, but yeah, he'll show the video here in a second when he gets back. It's hilarious.
Well, I saw a video the other day, dude, that I don't know where it was. It was some kind of power plant, but some guy got sucked into a thing and it showed him get ripped apart.
Yeah, well, this isn't that. This is more lighthearted.
But I was
This
saying
is a
before, like I saw that and I was like, man, I can't watch this. I just saw a guy get killed and it's terrible. I'm like,
no. This is
oh,
this is way nicer. This is a Midwest thing.
I've
This
seen enough
happens-
people get killed on video. It doesn't even affect me anymore.
This is
but
this
dude,
is like,
it affects me now. It never affected me before, but now it affects me.
I get the best chuckles when I see people getting hit by trains. That's always the funniest.
Oh, I remember watching a Twitter where someone would take a selfie and then they get hit by a train, and they're fucking dead.
Right? How do you not laugh your ass off?
I'm like,
because I have to pick them up.
Well, I know.
I'm like, there's a part
You
of me
did.
that's like, stupid idiot, but then I'm like, man, why did you do that? You just ended your life for a stupid picture.
No, sometimes
Was
it's
it worth that
suicide.
picture?
Sometimes it's suicide, and I've had to pick up body parts for over a half a mile because they tumbled.
There you go, fellas.
Here you go.
Oh, yeah, I saw this one. Yep. Okay, you're drunk. Get out of here, dear.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but if I'd been in the right area, either in Iowa or Missouri, right in the right area, guess what? That deer would not have made it home. He would not have been alive. Put that.
He would have been put in the back seat of a fucking car.
He would have his his throat slit, fucking right in the back of the cab, guaranteed.
Yeah, he
No,
would have been carried right. It's like that's free shopping right there. There's free meat. You
I know. I'm like,
walk out, put it in the back of your car
Yeah.
and go.
and that was a young deer, so that meat's gonna be nice and tender too.
Tender.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It went running in, and they couldn't get it for the longest time, and then the customers corralled it and then grabbed it and carried it out.
Yep.
It happens often, like, I mean, not like super often, but it does happen.
Yep.
There's been a couple times where they've come crashing through glass and bleed all over the fucking place.
Dude, I almost hit one on the fucking road on the way into work, and I live like in Lake Stevens. There's deer all up and down the road.
I got deer in town here. They used
Yeah.
to have hunting. They just stopped it, but they used to hunt on the bike path. We would have archery on the bike path.
Yeah.
Archery hunting, deer hunting.
Yep.
Because we have so many deer.
Yep.
During hunting season, they would open up in-town hunting.
And the thing is, man, when I go to work before I hit the main drag, before there's any cops, dude, I scream down my back roads.
We do too, but there comes a time where you meet the local wildlife and it fucks your car up.
Well, I ain't done that yet, but like I said, dude, I was about a car length away, man. His ass was getting across the median just as I was passing him.
Because the deer
And you
here,
bet-
they're not small.
And you never
My son-
fucking swerve to hit it. You never swerve to miss a deer. When you,
You never
swerve,
hit your brakes.
no, you're guaranteed to hit it if you swerve. Guaranteed. Because it's
And
gonna
you
hit
never
you.
and you
Yeah.
never hit your brakes because when you do, the front end dips down and then it comes
Yep.
through your fucking window on top of you.
Yep. That's like when I got off work, I was working fucking second shift at a power plant. So I was racing home, right? I was going fucking 80 mile an hour. You know, as soon as this fucking deer fucking just came and jumped out of the ditch, I vaporized it. And all it did was break my grip. That's all it did.
Damn,
You
that's lucky because
I got
I've
home. I was
seen-
like, I got home. I didn't even stop. Right? I'm like, okay, my gauge is fine. There ain't no speed, nothing like that. I said, okay, let's get home. I can still see. And fucking got home. I had to wash off the front of the truck.
I've seen cars totaled
Yeah.
literally by insurance companies because of a
Yeah.
deer.
Oh yeah.
And then this would have been a few years later. I was going to work a different way early in the morning, and there's this big old buck right on the side of the road, right? So there's no one coming to the other lane, right? I just gently moved over, right? And that buck decided to fucking just ram my fucking side of the truck, right? Fucked up the whole passenger side from fucking the fender all the way back to the bed. You know, I'm like, damn. Now all I remember was seeing the fucking horns slow motion, like shattering. You know, it's like Jesus
had,
Christ.
We had a nice a couple of months ago, like the summertime. I'm going down because I go down my road, which goes down the hill, and then I turn and I go the rest of the way down the hill. Before I even got to the end of my own road, going down the hill, there's a fucking 8-point buck just sitting there looking at me right in the. I always put my brights on. Like I do not drive without my brights when I go to work in the morning because there's so many fucking deer. And this thing was just standing there, dude. And I like slowed down and I went to the opposing lane, little, suburban road, no danger in that. But I mean, I had to go around this cocksucker. And if I hadn't had my brights on, I probably would have fucking hit him.
But every
Well,
time
He just fucking stood there like, whatever.
I've only hit 2 deer in my life. And I didn't want to hit that great big old buck. That's why we got over another lane, right? Not slightly, right? I'm like, damn, if I would have stayed in my lane, I probably never hit that motherfucker.
No.
I mean, dude, there was a couple times I went running and then sent you guys pictures of a bunch of deer.
Sure.
That's literally, I am literally in the middle of town. And when
Yeah.
I go for my run or whatever, there's 5, 6, 7 deer there, and they're fucking just standing around. They don't even run anymore. They just stand there, look at you, make sure you're not coming after them.
Yep.
But yeah, they're everywhere, man. You got to be careful. You could be going down the middle of the city on the one way here, going to head downtown, and you fucking smoke a deer.
Oh, yeah.
So bad, dude.
Well, because I remember fucking was in NTC after boot camp. All these motherfuckers, you can tell people never see a deer in their life, right? Oh, base. I was like, what the fuck these motherfuckers looking at? Remember the commons there, the old fireman, barracks, right?
Yep.
I'm like, fuck these motherfuckers looking at? They was like, oh, take a picture. I'm like, dude, just a fucking little baby deer. Well, what the baby is a full grown adult deer, just look like a dog. I'm like, man, these fucking Chicago deer are fucking little.
Yep.
I'm like, God damn. I said, it's just a fucking deer, people. And this one guy from Jamaica, I've never seen a fucking deer. It's your little Jamaican accent. I called him Bubba. He reminded me, this Forrest Gump came out. When that Forrest Gump came up, right? I'm like, yeah, that motherfucker's like my little Jamaican buddy at boot camp.
That lip
arms
thing,
cool.
he caught on a tripwire.
Well, he did. He had the big old lips too, like Bubba did. But Forrest Gump, right? Oh yeah.
No, sir, we are not relations.
Yeah, there's so many deer here. It's just crazy how fucking packed full here we are. And it's like, I don't understand. Like, oh, my neighbor, I told you, him and another guy bagged 9 deer. It was actually in 2 days, not 3 days.
What's the fucking bag limit over there?
It depends on how many tags you want to buy.
Yeah, you can buy extra tags.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Same way here, like this is the first deer season in a long time here in Missouri that is low. Numbers killed wise was fucking low.
Was it a
They're
warm winter last winter?
blaming it on fucking being warm. I'm like, no, it ain't that. It's the fact that too many people are fucking trying to horn hunt now, and there's less people hunting what there used to be. You know,
Yeah, they're not hunting for meat; they're
Meat.
hunting for the fucking trophy.
yeah,
That's bullshit.
you know. Now,
Well,
calf,
you get that a lot, you know. I mean,
yeah,
you
and
get
that's
Oh, I know,
They-
I know. It's fucking wrong.
and that pisses me off too, because I know if you really want to control the population, you got to kill both the bucks and the does.
Yep.
Got
Yeah.
to.
Unless you're doing environment control, man, you need to be fucking eating what you kill.
I mean, when I deer hunted, guess what? I didn't care. A buck, if I got a good sized buck, right, that was a bonus, right?
Sure, yeah.
That was a bonus. I wanted jerky meat, so I turned even tenderloins into jerky meat. I did,
Yeah.
you know.
No,
But like Cav, he fought when he was this last week, and he went up to his oldest daughter's boyfriend has a place on the Delta there in Mississippi.
yeah.
Cav actually got 3 deer, decent sized deer too. You know, I mean, they ain't as big as what they get up here in Missouri and Iowa, or Kansas and Illinois, right? But for Mississippi, damn good ones though. And now he gets to use that deer grinder I bought him now. So instead of paying that high cost for the fucking processing fee.
Yeah, and that's the problem too. If you're not wanting to do it yourself, it does get spendy.
I mean, depends on where you go. Some places are cheap, right? But not a lot. A lot of places are expensive, man.
there's a place here that charges $425 a deer.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Dude, that's crazy.
Now the Amish, like here in Missouri, the Amish, if you take it to an Amish locker, guess what? It's going to be a hell of a lot cheaper. You know,
Kind of thinking is incredibly harmful. What you're describing is a control pattern.
What?
You're looking for
Oh.
Hold on. Something's fucking stupid thing.
We can hear it.
My mouse doesn't work right. I'm sorry about that, fellas.
Is that the new one?
No, it was a green text that I was watching on YouTube.
But is that your new computer?
No, I haven't set it up yet because I'm waiting for like my house flooded out in 2003 and we got it fixed, right? And then it flooded out again. Well, the foundation got messed up and somehow the water got underneath there. So we took the whole floor out. We made it like PRC.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for all of our stuff to come back. And once I get everything down in the basement, I'm going to set up the computer and everything so I can podcast from there with you guys.
Gotcha.
So Rocky,
I'm
have
just-
you listened to the green text about the tards at Chuck E. Cheese?
No.
Look up the green text about the tards from Chuck E. Cheese.
all right, now,
Tards from-
Rick, you got to explain this one.
That sounds funny. Hey, dude, we got a new subscriber. We had 51. Now we got 52. This is so awesome.
Cool.
I don't know who it was, but thank you. Thank you for subscribing. We appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I don't know either because unless somebody I talked to the other day went in and subscribed, but I thought they all subscribed already.
Now, Mick, do tell.
Okay, so basically, I don't want to give it away. I want Rocky to look it up, but basically, it was a green text from a guy who worked at Chuck E. Cheese and not a special ed class, but like, an organization, like a school for, kids with like, mental handicaps and such. They're having a birthday or something, and they, like, a whole group of them came into Chuck E. Cheese. And the retarded kids just fucking went buck wild on the place. I mean, you have to read this green text or listen to it to get what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to give it away, but you can kind of tell where this is going.
It's pretty funny, right?
Oh, dude. Oh my God. It is one of the funniest things I've ever read.
I like reading funny things. I really do. I love it. I'd rather laugh than cry. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Well,
Man, I
yeah,
just got
yeah.
tired all of a sudden. Holy shit.
Don't you hate that? Yeah.
It like hit me. I haven't even been tired all day.
Well, you are getting older, so
That was a
is
nice
true.
way to be an
That's
asshole.
true.
no. I mean, what time did you wake up today? 7, 6 o'clock?
No, well, I was up at 6:30.
Hey, you had to get a little man off of school.
Yeah. I was up at 6:30, took him to school, went and ran 4 miles, came home, got dressed, showered and dressed, and then went and ran some errands. Went to my mom's for coffee.
After my doctor appointment on the 18th, I go to the abdominal person for my hernia.
Yeah.
And then I get surgery for that. And then maybe after that, I'll be able to freaking run again or jog.
It's going to take you a little while.
It is. It's going to be another 2 or 3 months, bro.
Yep.
But at least I lost a bunch of weight before I had the back surgery. I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine if I was a freaking fat ass, what it would be like right now. It'd be terrible if I was trying to recover like that. So this is a lesson, everyone. Don't let yourself get fat. Take care of yourself and take care of your body. That's a fucking order from Chief fucking Alderete says that's a fucking order.
But
Take care of yourself and your body.
Don't eat your feelings with fast food and all the processed bullshit.
Eat good food and exercise and educate yourself with self-improvement books if you need to.
And fuck on a daily basis if you can.
Yeah.
Because that is the best exercise out there. Really is.
Yep.
You know?
We all remember Grumpy Old Men.
Yeah.
Yeah. Burgess Meredith, the guy that played Mickey in the Rocky movies.
Yeah.
He's sitting there out by the lake. He's like, I woke up this morning, I had a cigarette, and I ate 5 slices of bacon. And for lunch, I had a bacon sandwich. And later on for a snack, guess what I had? Let me guess, bacon? Yeah, a whole plate full of it. And I'm pretty much going to drink my dinner like most nights. I'm 95 years old.
Oh, yeah, that was a great movie. Both of them was. I like both of them.
Yeah.
I thought Aunt Margaret was pretty. I liked Aunt Margaret.
Yeah. Especially the second one, where the old man, the dad, guy played Mickey in Rockies.
Yep.
He was shagging that fucking one Italian old bird.
You know, I've never seen those movies all the way. I've never even seen the second one, and I've only seen the first one. I think I watched 15 minutes of it. I don't know why I didn't finish it, but
those little shenanigans that they do, right? That would be us if we lived on the same street right next to one another, probably. We would always be trying to fuck with one another.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I'd have to see it.
We can tag team up on
Rocky. Shit on fire in my bird pit, Gilly.
Just think, we could if Rocky lived between all of us, right? One person could be with their boat on one end, changing the TV on them. Because we could download our boats on our phone now.
Yeah, you can. Fire stick and everything, dude.
Yeah.
It hits about 1:30 in the morning. Thumper can't sleep. Just puts on his nods. Gets a fucking handful of pebbles and just starts throwing into windows. All the dogs start barking. What the fuck?
Oh, you guys will like this. Let's see what. Maybe in a week, I'll show you guys what I'm bought.
Uh-oh.
That
smile tells me it's going to be fun.
No, I'll show you. Hang on.
What? You're going to show what?
Hold on. Fuck, what was that? NSTM.
NSTM, Navy Technical.
No.
Fucking
NSN, I mean.
Okay. National stock number?
Yeah, I got to find it.
Did you buy a whoopee?
No. Fuck, I don't know if I have that NSN for it anymore. In my history. Wonder if I start writing it. NSN. There it is. Let's see. So, I think this is it.
I love that 5 hat, Gilly. I miss that flat, that hat right there. I don't have one like that anymore. I lost it. It got ruined by one of my grandfathers. I gave my grandfathers it, and they both like wore them out.
Well, that happens though, man.
You know what though? I gave it to my grandfathers, and I think that was the coolest thing. They wore a
Yeah.
Navy hat for me. It was really cool.
Oh yeah.
I think this is it. What the fuck?
My grandpas were cool dudes, man. Cooler than I could ever be.
So did you find it yet?
Yeah, I'm looking for the picture of it.
You still looking at that chicken fryer?
No, no,
He already bought that.
no. I haven't.
Oh, you
bought
already
it
bought
yet.
that. All right.
No, I haven't bought it.
He's gonna start going to fucking antique shops and trying to find one, guaranteed now.
You have the ultimate 1987 kitchen.
God damn it! I cannot find it. It's really hard because I have the NSN, but it does not want to fucking pop up.
Now, what
And
you
show
looking for,
what
buddy?
it is.
This new neat thing you got?
Yeah, I haven't got it yet. I got to get it from the fucking Arsenal, Rock Island Arsenal. It's not for. They're not
Rock
for
Island.
sale. They're not for sale. I mean, they are for sale, but they're not for sale. Fucking A.
That means 5-figure discount.
I'm actually paying for it. Not much, but I'm actually paying for it. Fucking A. I'll have to find it. Or I'll just show you next week when I pick it up.
I know what it is. It's the fucking bouncy house.
No, it's not the bouncy house. It's too early to get the bouncy house.
Boy, that'd be funny at the compound, huh? Yeah, we got a 12-foot fucking hardwood fence. We got turrets on each corner. We've got a barbecue pit in the middle, several shooting ranges, dog cages, and a bouncy house.
Don't put it past me.
Oh, I don't.
That's for like Adam Carolla, the girls jumping up and down shit.
On the trampoline.
Yes, the man show.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Girls on trampolines.
Yep.
And the thumpers,
they
Denny
have to be
parties.
nice. They can't be mean no more. They have to be nice.
Thumper was
Mirror on
doing
the
all the
wall. Who's the juggiest of them all?
Thumper was doing the fucking Denny parties before Denny even started doing them.
He got it from me. He got that idea from me.
Dude.
I should sue him for taking my idea.
Did you see the South Park with the Satan having his debutante party? And every time he had an idea for the party, they're like, "Yeah, Diddy already did it," and he was like, "Oh, what didn't Diddy do? Diddy did everything, dude."
Nice.
The one who would ever get banned from the Arsenal's fucking from MWR is fucking Thumper.
Yeah, I think so. No, this is a body armor I'm getting. It's the quick release body armor that you can just pull and everything goes and comes off you if you get hit. They're fucking super. They're like $900 for them fuckers.
Ouch.
I'm not paying that.
Yeah, no, that's a lot of money.
I'd
I'd rather just get shot.
I'm only paying $125 for it.
Yeah, okay.
And it comes with the plates and everything.
Metal or ceramic?
Ceramics.
Hmm.
And it's supposed to take multiple hits, just like the ones I use, the ceramics that I have, multiple hits from 7.62 before it fails. And when I say multiple, it's like 7. So that's pretty good.
In the Rover Engineered, I've seen Kentucky Ballistics take like 44 Magnum body armor and they stop 308. Like they ain't supposed to, but they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
They
these are
over-engineer the hell out
actual
of them.
military. These are the actual military ones.
Okay.
A buddy and I are going in on them. He's got a large and an extra large, and he's getting the extra large, and I'm taking the large.
Cool.
Yeah, they're nice. I like them. So I'll have 3 sets of body armor.
Which brings to me the quote from Dumb and Dumber. What if they shot you in the face?
Well,
What
I
if
just
they
tilt
shot
my
me in
head
the
down.
face?
I just tilt my head down because I have a Kevlar helmet too.
No, okay. All right.
Yeah, but if they shoot you with a bazooka, guess what? You're fucked anyways.
Hell yeah. Well, it's like the old joke, a guy was talking to an EOD expert and he says, when you're defusing bombs, you ever get nervous? He's like, never, because either I'm right or it's no longer my problem.
Right?
Yep.
Yep.
That's a good way to look at it, man.
Yeah. Yep.
And all those suits do sometimes, depends on the size of the bomb, right? It's gonna make sure you have an open casket or a closed casket.
Yep. And make sure there's
Those
actually
suits-
something to put in the casket.
Yeah.
Those suits are like you're gonna
Yeah.
fucking still be overpressurized.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the shockwave
Yep.
and be overpressurized from it.
Yep.
It's gonna liquefy your guts.
Yeah, you're still
Yeah.
fucked, and and even then, that suit is not gonna stop shrapnel.
No.
It's
It'll
gonna
basically
slow it
turn you into a
down.
fucking Capri Sun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a-
gonna slow the shrapnel down, so as it hits you, it just goes
Yep.
in and stops and not goes all the way through you.
Well, it's the same with the electrical suits I had to wear at work at the power plant for racking in out 6,900 breakers.
Mhm.
I'm like, if one of those blow on you while you're racking in and out, guess what? Charging it, guess what? You ain't gonna live through it.
No.
You know? But it's you can have an open casket or a closed casket. Okay, fine. You know,
Will they place you in the coffin or pour you in the coffin?
I mean, it keeps you from getting burnt. So it does if it arcs. That's the only difference right there. Still gonna kill you. You know,
Right. Yeah.
I was glad I never had that happen. You know, and now guess what? Those new guys at the power plant, they have a fucking little robot that they fucking rope control, right? That racks them in and out for them. They don't even have to suit up no more. Fucking spoiled bastards. I was like, where was that technology when I was there?
Yeah, there's some benefits to technology these days.
Oh yeah. All right, fellas, you ready to end it?
Sure.
Yeah, dude. I'm glad we had a good episode. I think we did.
Yeah. Indeed.
I didn't fly off the handle and act like a freaking moron, so I'm happy about it.
Hey,
done
don't worry,
good,
man.
Rocky.
One of these
You've
days
done
I'll come
good.
on completely. One of these days I'll come on completely fucking hammered, and I'll take that over for you.
You
All
don't
right,
want
fellas.
to. It's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it, bro.
There you go.
Go for it, bro. I'll ding us out after.
Next to the galley, we've had our say. Fibrous crew rolling on another fine day. Stories and laughter from shipmates true. We'll see you next time. Fair winds to you.
This is the Fifers 991!
Till next watch, shipmates. We're done.
Fifers departing.